Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Riddle me this. But there could be more to the case than meets the eye. Hadouken!
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well-grounded in the case file, Detective.
Tyrannosaurus! The SoulProviderZ.
Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pants.
Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined.
You seem to be well-grounded in the case file, Detective.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Why so serious?
Riddle me this.
Haven't had a lot of company in a long time, but if I were expecting some, I'd whip up a really substantial meal. You see how strong I am? From eating all of this stuff.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
Tyrannosaurus! The SoulProviderZ. Your soul is mine. But there could be more to the case than meets the eye. Hadouken!
By your powers combined.
You seem to be well-grounded in the case file, Detective.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye. Your soul is mine. Riddle me this.
Why so serious?
Tyrannosaurus!
Always winterize your pants.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Why so serious?
Hadouken! But there could be more to the case than meets the eye. Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well-grounded in the case file, Detective.
By your powers combined.
Riddle me this.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Always winterize your pants.
Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined.
Hadouken!
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Target applied. It's the big one. Proton cannon.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pipes.
Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.
Riddle me this. Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined.
Hadouken!
Yoga flame.
Why so serious?
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
Riddle me this.
SoulProviderZ.
Target applied. It's the big one. Proton cannon.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Why so serious?
By your powers combined.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Always winterize your pipes.
Alright, what's going on? SoulProvider here on the Nerd Pill. Be sure to like the video, subscribe. We are here with episode 25 of Otaku Jump Podcast. If you missed episode 24, you can watch it on my channel or you can watch it on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Anchor. All those links are in the description. If you prefer those other formats, they're definitely available. We have actually one more episode to go this year, man. Like I said, we've already reached our 1 year anniversary this month, so shout out to the Otaku Jump crew, man, for just being super consistent. I mean, from all the way to January to this November, and then next episode being early December. I mean, we've covered tons of topics this whole year, and that's just 1 year alone. So definitely look forward to covering more as we go from 2023. Shout out to my co-host right now. What's going on, Mako? What's going on?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, what is up? What's going on, Lou? What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on? Salute everybody.
All right. So let's cover some of the polls. So I did a 90s cartoon poll. This, why not? Because in a couple of weeks, we will be doing the end of the year polls. So like best manga of the year, best anime of the year, best movie, best video game. So we're going to be doing those for pretty much all of December. And then January, we're going to do a lot of the most anticipated of next year. So stay tuned for that. So I got a couple of this little filler polls here. So what is the best 90s cartoon honorable mentions? Now, obviously, yes, I could have put like Gargoyles and some Spider-Man. I definitely could have done some other options, but I kind of focused on mainly like a certain type of cartoon. So 38 votes. Family Guy was 29%. Dexter's Laboratory actually won the vote with 32%. Hey Arnold, which was extremely low, which I don't know why, got 11%. Ed and Eddie, 26%. Doug, only 3%. And I maybe it's the age of my channel. I don't know. The average age of people watching me, I don't know. But I think Doug should have been a little bit higher. I'm kind of surprised that it was so low with Doug. I'm actually surprised that Hey Arnold was low too. But Dexter's Laboratory winning, that makes sense to me. Although I did think that some people may say Family Guy is more popular though. But it's not a bad list. I think it was a good choices, and I probably would have went with Hey Arnold or Ed and Eddie though. Probably for me. What do you think, Lou, on the best '90s cartoons? What do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say when I saw Family Guy in there, that kind of threw me off a little bit. I mean, I guess it is a cartoon, and I guess it did come out, what, 99?
Yeah, I think that one came out in 99, and I think there was another one that came out in 1999, but it got included into the 90s list.
Futurama?
Oh, okay. Futurama. That was actually... I did see that when I was researching, though. I did see Futurama there. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I picked Dexter's Laboratory.
Okay.
But you know what though? I don't know. Hey Arnold was a good show.
I feel like it should have got more votes, man. That's just me.
Now that I think about it, oh man, because it did have like a more story, character. You know what I mean? Like a relatable character. Because Dexter was just kind of doing stuff. But now that I think about it, yeah, I'm with you. Hey Arnold should have got some more votes. I bet you if Family Guy went on there, I bet you Hey Arnold would have got more votes probably. Well, I don't know. Because maybe Dexter or Ed and Eddie would have. Because Ed and Eddie, they were just trying. They was low key scamming. They was trying to get some scams going.
But here's the thing, man. Ed and Eddie is so rewatchable though. Like, I think I watched it like even like maybe a year or two ago, and it was still funny as shit. But I don't know if I could rewatch Dexter's though. But Ed and Eddie's just like, the comedy is just on a very high level, and it is very the simple, basic like stories and pranks and parodies and stuff. But
yeah, like somebody said in the comments, Hey Arnold taught us lessons.
Oh right, right.
It really did.
Yeah,
Dexter didn't really.
Yeah, Dexter was all over the place. But Dexter was making fun of like everything, like Power Rangers, everything. Little like they were making fun of a lot of shit, which was funny. But like you said, yeah, Hey Arnold had a lot of lessons. Don said what? He said Beavis and Buttheads. I didn't care about that show. Spider-Man, yeah, of course. X-Men, Darkwing Duck, okay, yeah. Animaniacs, Rugrats, okay. Spawn. See, like if I went towards sci-fi, right, I would have said Spawn, X-Men, but I thought that was like too obvious from what I usually do. Oh, okay, that's another one. I didn't watch it, but yeah, Recess could have been.
You didn't watch Recess?
I did not. Recess could have been on here. That's true. And then he said Tiny Toons Adventures. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, Recess, I could have put that in here for sure. They're like I said, for us 90s folk, we got a lot of shit. I mean, we really did. I mean, 90s, like if you're born in the 90s, man, you really like had a hell of fun as a kid, man. Like we just had so much stuff to watch, and I mean, at that time we were still going outside and shit, But Meg, what do you think about the best 90s cartoons? What do you think about the poll?
I didn't find a problem with the poll at all. I will say this though, yeah. When I seen Family Guy, I was like, huh? But yeah, moving forward, I always liked Dexter's Laboratory, so that dude used to have me cracking up so much. So yeah,
okay.
I think that's as much as I have to say on it. Yeah, was it? Considering 90s, it's amazing, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like.
Oh, yeah,
but I guess was that early? That was early 90s. Man.
I don't know, but that must have been that must have been in the 90s for sure though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to look it up to confirm it, but yeah.
Yeah, Dexter, definitely Dexter was because that show not only roasted like maybe geniuses, but it also roasted like a ditzy headed magical sister.
But remember too, man. Hey, Dexter taught us French. Omelette.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Everybody learned French from that.
Yeah. Dexter was funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So next poll. Well, let me read what Jevo says. Recess was good and the movie was. Actually, I never saw the movie. I never saw the cartoon. You know, I never did.
Yeah, the movie was good too. Yeah.
But there were so many cartoons. Maybe I just missed out on that one. You know, there was a lot that just came out. So next poll.
It was on Disney.
Okay. So next one was, what was the most disappointing TV show? Now, I did get a little, shout out to Death Racer from the Discord. He did say why I mentioned House of Dragon. Now, here's the thing. When I was researching, like, I kept seeing it on the list. I'm not gonna, no cap. I saw it on the list of these other shows, right? I almost put Lord of the Rings, that came out this year on Amazon. Almost put Lord of the Rings, but I don't know. I just stuck with House of the Dragon. So most disappointing TV shows of this year, honorable mentions, 20% went to Halo. 6% House of the Dragon. So based on the polls, with almost 51 votes, most people liked House of the Dragon. Obi-Wan, 16%. Resident Evil, 18%. And of course, winning with 41% was She-Hulk. Not surprised here at all. Like, in fact, I'm actually shocked that more people were disappointed with Resident Evil than Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan was fucking trash. Like, I'm surprised. Yeah, right. I'm surprised Obi-Wan got so low. I thought Obi-Wan would have been high as shit. In fact, I thought more people liked Halo this year. Like, I didn't really hear a lot of people roasting Halo up compared to Obi-Wan. But hey, that's what the nerd pillars say. So She-Hulk, definitely agree. And we're gonna cover our article. Go ahead.
I was talking about my thing with She-Hulk. I didn't have high expectations, so I couldn't have been disappointed.
Okay, true. Right. After Miss Marvel's true. I wasn't, but I thought maybe it could have been good. You know, you never know with Marvel, and it's like they dropped the ball on such a simple character, at least to me, because I don't know her from the comics. I thought it would have been an easy alley-oop for She-Hulk. I didn't know it was going to be what it was, but I guess I definitely wasn't overhyped either. So, but yeah, but what do you think about the votes here, Luke? What do you think?
I like I said, I just think that I guess everybody was She-Hulk was the worst out of all of them, but nah, I'm with you on that. Obi-Wan should have won this. Obi-Wan was just a complete utter disappointment. I mean, like, just mentally fatiguing. I just first 3 episodes were just filler. That was the worst. That's all I think on that.
Yeah. That was the worst. You can still vote for that now. I just dropped this poll yesterday, so definitely go ahead and vote. Keep voting if you haven't voted already. Meg, what do you think about the most disappointing TV shows for this year?
Let's see. Most disappointing show. Just looking for the list at all. I mean, seemed like She-Hulk topped it. Well, I can't be too hard on it because there were some parts of She-Hulk I did enjoy, and there's definitely like it's weird because with that series with me, I really like just the beginning, like showing the more relationship between the cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess that's all I have on the list itself.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Let me get back to my Discord right here. All right. So, like I said, you can still vote for people who haven't voted. And like I said, next month we'll be doing a lot of the end of the year polls, so definitely want to keep updated on the community tab for those. So let's go ahead and cover what we first got on the docket here. So, Tom Holland reportedly returning as Spider-Man for a new trilogy. So looks like Tom Holland's sticking around for the MCU. The Holland was reportedly signed to a new deal to return as Peter Parker in more Spider-Man sequels for Sony Pictures, which teamed with Disney and, of course, Kevin Feige's Marvel Studios to bring the wall crawler into the MCU. Says on the Hot Mic with Jeff Snyder podcast, insider Jeff Snyder reported that news that Holland closed a deal for the as yet untitled Spider-Man 4, the follow-up to last year's Spider-Man No Way Home. While unconfirmed, Snyder says Holland's renewed contract includes another Spider-Man trilogy and at least 3 more appearances. Unclear whether that means within the MCU or Sony Spider-Man universe. So we do have a new trilogy confirmed with Tom Holland. So Spider-Man 4, Spider-Man 5, Spider-Man 6, and a couple of appearances. I'm guessing that's going to be, of course, with the multiverse and Kang the Conqueror and all these other appearances. That's where he may show up again. Of course, the money, we can't forget how much No Way Home made from the box office. I think it made $1 billion, I think. I haven't checked that in a while, but I think it made $1 billion. Or
I was looking at it the other day. It's like I think it's ranked 6 right now all time.
Yeah.
Movie grossing.
So the bag is just too big to not take from that momentum and that hype and bring it onto a new trilogy. Now, the thing I'm kind of concerned with Tom Holland is the Harry Potter issue, where you had Daniel Radcliffe act as Harry Potter for pretty much tons of years of his career, is mainly majority Harry Potter, which is not a bad thing. He did get a big bag from that, but if you look at his resume after Harry Potter, it's just like kind of some hit and misses in different movies that didn't really go that well, right? So I'm kind of worried about Tom Holland, although he did appear in Uncharted. I think they're trying to grow that franchise up, I guess, from the ground up on the movie side of it. I've seen him in some other movies, but I'm concerned if Tom Holland, if he keeps going the way he's going, because I thought after No Way Home, I thought he was done. Honestly, I thought he was done. But if he's going to keep going, doing another trilogy, more appearances, is he going to have the same issue as potentially Daniel Radcliffe did? That's my thoughts. What do you think, Lou? What do you think?
No, I'm with you on that, man, with the Harry Potter syndrome. But I was just about to say, yeah, he was in Uncharted, and I think he was in some other movie. I think it was called Lawless. He was in like another some lawyer type movie. I don't know. You know why I don't think he'll have the same issue though? It's because Daniel Radcliffe was doing that at a young age. Tom Holland started doing this. Yeah, he started doing this like 21.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, but at the same time too, you're also right, because it's not like Robert Downey Jr., where he's had like 15, 20-year career already.
Right.
And then he did Iron Man. He's like at the, his career is just starting. And then when you're right, once you have like a box office hit like that, I'm just gonna wrap this up real quick. I don't think that'll hurt him per se. I think he has some range. I think he can do some things. I think he can, because he was in some other movie recently where he was like,
I think it was
like
on I don't know. I know it was like a scary movie on Netflix. I forgot the name though.
Yeah, not that one. It's another movie. He's like in the military. He's like a Marine. He's like in the Marines.
Oh, cool.
He's in some movies. It's just, he's in some movies, I guess. But you're right. They're not like Marvel Spider-Man level, right? But he gets some work done.
Right.
I don't think he'll have the same fate as Daniel Radcliffe. That's all I'm saying.
What do you think, Omega? What's your thoughts?
I guess I have to see here, because we're going into so many Spider-Mans. I mean, Tom Holland pretty much got to be set for a while doing a lot of filming. I mean, it's good for perhaps his career right now. It's interesting though, because I don't know. It's like he fits in well with the whole trilogy, but it makes you wonder: is he going to become the Spider-Man, or will they just, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe
Oh, okay. Is
then...
he basically gonna become the next like Hugh Jackman with Wolverine, basically?
Yeah, that's definitely.
I don't honestly. I don't see Tom wanting to do that though. I don't see him wanting. I think he'll get tired of.
Perhaps now, yeah. Like, I mean, it's a. I gotta say, it's a pretty good resume and portfolio for if he does all these for a while. But I mean, some actors do want to be flexible eventually in their careers. He did. I think he did really well with The Devil All the Time.
Okay, yeah, that was the movie I was talking about on Netflix.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was it.
That's what I was trying to think. That's what I was thinking of. I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah, that shit was creepy.
Yeah, that it was creepy, but I kid you not, some of the best writing and acting I had seen in a while. So like, yeah. But we have to realize though that Spider-Man, no matter what, it's we haven't even hit the mark where, well, we are about to hit it where they have entered the Spider-Verse, right? But to keep producing, you still have the Clone Saga, and I know that probably touches people. Either they enjoyed the Clone Saga or they just got tired of seeing a rehashed Spider-Man over and over again. Like, you know, this is just dealing with him as not being in the multiverse, but this is just actually a time where nobody knew who the real Spider-Man was.
Actually, our next article actually covers even more Spider-Man stuff. But go ahead, keep going.
See, I'll end right there. Let's push forward.
So, and here's the thing, right? And we're gonna be talking about this a lot because we always talk about Marvel and DC stuff, where it's like there's such a bag. Even if you look at this year, and we're gonna have an article that touches about Phase 4, the bag that you're getting from these movies is just insane for the actors, right? And it's like, okay, you can kind of explore some different franchises and stuff like that, but for Tom Holland, is your bag that you're getting from Uncharted gonna be as big as what you're getting from Spider-Man MCU? It's probably not, so really it's up to the actor to have kind of a interest and curiosity in different genres to really kind of widen up that resume, right? Because if he's talking, if it's just like money based, it's like, why would you leave Disney and Marvel stuff? Why would you leave that? The money's just too big, right? But if you want to explore different genres that kind of add to your resume, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to jump off that big stack of golden Disney coins and try some other stuff. So Tom Holland's gonna have to do that. I mean, if he wants to have a bigger resume, if he doesn't, fine, just go be Spider-Man till you're 50 years old. I don't know, but if he's gonna explore different genres, he's gonna have to get off that Disney train sometime. That's just my thing on him. But let's move along because we have another Spider-Man article right after this. So let's go. So Sony and Marvel announced a slate of live-action Spider-Man spin-off shows. Even more Spider-Man. So Sony has announced a partnership with Amazon Prime Video and MGM Plus. Wow, that's a subscription service? Really? I didn't know that. MGM Plus. To bring a slate of live-action series based around Spider-Man comics from Marvel. It says the multiple series will center around the Sony Picture universe of Spider-Man characters, including over 900 characters. Sony's new deal will begin with Silk Spider Society, revolving around a Korean-American woman named Cindy Moon, who gets bitten by the same spider as Peter Parker. Her adventure follows her as she escapes imprisonment and searches for her family, while learning how to handle her new abilities as she becomes the hero known as Silk. So we're getting even more Spider-Man. So it says we're getting Silk. This is all going to be on Amazon and MGM Plus. So this goes right back to what we've been talking about. What's going on in Death Racer? Even more Spider-Man. Now, the one thing I don't like about this, I don't like that it's going to Amazon because I just ended my subscription from that. But minus that, I'm not going to lie. This would make me want to subscribe to Amazon again just to see what the hell's going on with all these Spider-Man series. Now, does that mean that this is guaranteed good shows? No guarantee, but go ahead, Luke. What do you think?
No, I was gonna say, man, yeah, because Amazon bought MGM.
Oh, okay, that's why. Got it.
Yes, so they own the rights to like the whole James Bond series, and so I'm kind of with you. Prime Video, to be honest, man, they haven't really.
It's not a lot of big hitters on there.
I'm sorry, what you said, bro?
There's not a lot of big hitters on Amazon.
You said there's not?
Not really. Minus like The Boys or Invisible. I mean, what else is on there?
No, they got what's that one about the World War II? The Man in the High Castle. They got.
Oh, okay.
Expanse is pretty popular.
Oh yeah, okay, true.
They kind of that new show Terminal List, and then that Jack Reacher, and then they got another one. It's another spy type. They got some. I
think they got Bosch. Yeah, have you seen Bosch? I think that's on Amazon.
I haven't seen Bosch.
Oh, that's a good show.
I don't think I've seen Bosch. Yeah, so I don't. I'm optimistic about this thing. If Prime doesn't really miss that much, to be honest, they kind of. And I don't think they'll fumble this one. But then you got Sony in it too. I don't know, man. I think it'll be all right. But you're right. What you said earlier, man. You know, Spider-Man is like the #1 most popular superhero in the world. To be honest, like you got to milk that. you got to tap into that market. It's crazy.
Right, and I'm wondering, is Tom Holland going to be involved with this deal too, or?
I don't think so. I think he's strictly Marvel. I think he's strictly movie. Cause this is like TV series, right?
Yeah, this is TV shows.
Yeah, this will probably be like somebody from from Cobra Kai or something. Buddy, and you know what I'm saying?
But you know what though? This could be good competition versus Disney Plus shows, right? So, I mean, hey, competition. You know, get increase your quality, and this could be also competition with the DC shows, right? We're still waiting for. We got Titan season 4 right now, which is actually not bad. Titan's actually not a bad show. But we got Green Lantern coming apparently, so if Amazon starts getting these Marvel shows, hey man, bring that competition up. Shit, they might gain a huge fan base from that shit. But anything? Go ahead, Lou. I don't know if I just.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna pass it to Omega. I don't want to hog the mic.
Okay, go ahead, Omega. What do you think?
So going back to what I was saying, like, where the fuck do all these Spider-Man get coming from? God damn! Like, just look at that picture right there.
They're like cockroaches.
hey, there you go. Hey, Lou, I totally agree with you, bro. Like, and it's funny. I gotta say one big shout out to the Scarlet Spider though. I always love that costume and always will. But it makes you wonder though, like, why would he even have villains? I mean, you could just jump any. You would get jumped fucking with you don't know which Spider-Man you messing with. Like, wait, you 209 or 99? No, I'm from another, I'm Spider-Man from Jersey. We say Spider. But I think it's in a sense it is kind of a one hell of a cash flow though. I mean, you have unlimited content dealing with Spider-Man at all. But it's like, what limitations will it have? Will it go too far and people start getting sick and tired of seeing Spider-Man?
Right,
I think that's what happened with the Clone Saga. And though I think the writing was pretty good, but if you do realize that during this time and when Superman died, when Superman came back, there were like 1 million Supermans. Like it's like, wow. But I think that it'll be great for in-depth story, and I'm definitely very interested in Miss Cindy Moon as Silk. I always liked just the background of her meeting the rest of the Spider-Man. So for her to be around, she could actually, her spider senses are so advanced. She knows technically by pheromone, I believe, is who the real Peter Parker is from all the rest of the clones.
So it's saying here that the later former Walking Dead writer Shang Kyu Kim joined the team as a new head writer. It says indicated that Lauren Moon would serve as lead writer, while Lord Miller and Pasco appeared attached from the start. Okay, it says the deal received comparisons to Marvel's former partnership with Netflix. Oh, you're here.
Might be a little lag or something.
You're here. It says the deal is compared to Marvel's partnership with Netflix when he had Daredevil, Punisher, Iron Fist, all that stuff. So, hey, you know what? When it comes to these things, we're not gonna get overhyped. We're gonna see what it is. If it's good, cool. Um, because I think we've done enough episodes, where it's like we can't really expect. We gotta, like Lou said, you can't get too hyped, excited for these things. Let this thing come out, and then judge it when it comes out. But still good news though. I mean, it'd be cool. Go ahead.
I'd like to definitely say it is good news, but at what like I want to say impact does it become like, oh, here we go again.
Right.
But I think the one amazing thing is that it's showing that you mess with one Peter, you mess with all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll definitely have to see how that goes. So go ahead, Omega, with your the car article you had.
Yeah, so I mean, let's face it, we all like cars, right? I mean, sometimes I just like the outside of them, and I don't give a damn about anything that's inside of them. But then when you do see that shows have become popular and whatnot, that in most entertainment, we've seen how the cars are built, like what was put into them. If you're a gamer, I always believe that there's always that one car that was in a game that you were like, I would not mind being inside of this. Like I wouldn't mind even probably owning it. So this article kind of just reached out to me enough where like like, let's talk about it a bit. Like, so I'll just go down through the list of the cars that many have seen, and I definitely want to start off with the very first car, which is from the Cyberpunk. I don't know if they named the car. Yeah, what was the name of that car?
I don't remember. That was a fun ass game.
Because it's crazy on the article. It's the very first car that you see on Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I see. I just don't remember the name.
Yeah, I remember that car. Yeah, I just don't know the name either.
You know what's weird about
that
Cyberpunk?
Shit
though?
Was like
Cyberpunk didn't allow you to get like you couldn't get like more than like 10 cars though in that game. You could only get like a couple.
Yeah, they put a limitation on you, right?
Yeah, that was weird. But go ahead, keep going.
So I mean, I'll start off with we have if someone in the chat knows the name of it, please plug it in because I don't at all. But all the little things that it could do, from like anti-gravity to hooking, couldn't that? I'm not sure, but did it drive on walls or something, or it drove on buildings?
You're talking about the anime? Not the game. No.
I don't think so.
We didn't have that in the game.
Probably thinking of the anime. So let me just list off. We have the Warthog from Halo.
Oh yeah, that's classic. Yep.
Man, people love that freaking thing, dude.
That's
a classic. Right
it was almost amazing where like through your entire gameplay, you could probably like wing, like when you got out of it during the like very campaign mode, you kind of had that like lackluster, like
yeah.
Now I gotta get on foot.
Death Racer says the Tsunagi bike in 2077 was dope. Yeah, I definitely preferred the bikes.
Oh yeah, that bike was dope.
You know what's crazy though? I didn't know you could I didn't know the motorcycle had like headlights on the wheels till like later to the end of the game. I was like, God damn, I didn't know how to. I just press a random. I press a random button. Like, oh shit, did you see that has lights? Like, oh shit. But go ahead.
You've been playing the game even more illegally.
Right.
So we have Namco's Ridge Racer, which is that
that's old.
I used to just always call it the red car, but I believe it's based off of the what is it, the Toyota Supra. And also like they had the different ones were like a DC2 Honda Integra, and a Z32 Nissan with a 300ZX. that game was awesome, but it just something about that red car is like, yeah, I'm picking that. We have the Blue Falcon from F-Zero.
Oh hell yeah, man! Dude, I wish they didn't ever
out
get a
of
sequel
all-
on this game. They never did, right?
That's a trip. They never. Yeah, I don't think there was ever a F-Zero 2. They had a F-Zero 64, and that's about it.
Such a shame,
I
man.
believe so.
That's
Yeah.
a shame.
I mean, who didn't like this style of a futuristic car? But then also the main character always felt like he would cross the finishing line and be like, Falcon Punch.
Do you remember that game? You remember that game called Wipeout from like the old days?
Yeah. I remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what this reminds me of. But I think F1 was his own game, so I don't think they were the same game. But those the same type of
Like maybe they
aircrafts.
got the idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Sega, right?
I played it on N64, I believe. It might have been on Sega too.
Yeah, I played it on N64, but I
been,
think they did have it on Sega Saturn.
Oh, okay.
Right, I think it's Sega Saturn.
Or like Dreamcast, I think.
Or
Yeah,
Dreamcast.
Okay. I wonder.
We had the Banshee from Grand Theft Auto, which even getting the Banshee in the old top-down Grand Theft Auto was freaking dope.
Oh yeah, sure.
And that was 2D.
And GTA always had good cars.
This was in Saints Row 2, I think. Well, Saints Row was really just a carbon copy of Grand Theft Auto, but yeah, this was
yeah.
Did you ever try that Saints Row reboot? I heard it got bad reviews.
I haven't tried it.
The third one was pretty terrible, so.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it was 4. 1 and 2 were really good, but cause it was like it had its own thing. It kind of was like Grand Theft Auto, like the streets and all that, but it had like its own.
Yeah, it didn't take it too seriously, I think.
Exactly right, and they had like a lot of mini games in it, like around. It was really pretty tight, like like you have like side missions and stuff like that. It really like tapped into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was an astonishing like sports car though. Like you have Dodge and Chevrolet decided to break tradition on this one, and it's like the mushing of an American Viper and Corvette together. Like if a Viper and a Corvette had sex, they had a baby, and that was the Banshee.
Okay.
We got the Hornet High Class from Daytona, USA.
God damn.
I played this game when I was in the arcades. And definitely for a 90s kind of like stock car racing like legend, like that, it had to be number 41 Hornet High Class car. So and it is crazy because it was never really the easiest car to drive, but not the hardest. I mean, different levels and skills just basically applied upon the user, of course. But it was also driven by Jackie Bryant of Virtua Fighter.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Dude, that was my favorite character back in the Virtua Fighter days.
So he had hands in the streets and then on the road.
Wow. That guy was a beast.
So, oh yeah. So we got 7, which is the Wombat Typhoon Motorstorm. I never really played Motorstorm. I only seen the demos for it, but every time I look at it, it just looks like the all around like mud slick, like you just get grimy and dirty in that kind of vehicle. Okay, we got Ridge Racer Type 4. Now I think it's pronounced Osoluto Bosonte. Anybody that's super foreign can roast me on it if I said it wrong. But I thought this was awesome because unlike many fictional cars from games of its era, the Bosonte is like thoroughly like kind of unique in design, has a futuristic look to it, but it's like if you look at it, it's like a Neo G20 GT4 40 look, but this was like 4 years before the Ford GT arrived, right? But definitely just like it had that weird like kind of futuristic look though. We have the B Dasher from Mario Kart. I always thought this it was plain, but it just said Mario. They say that it's inspired by the Honda RA271, which was inspired by the B Dasher.
Okay.
We have the custom coupe from Burnout 2. And if anybody played this game, talk about mindless fun. It's crazy. Whoever, of course, created it thought the specs on cars were kind of like awesome with that blur effect. But then when you got your custom coupe and you could like customize it, that was a pretty cool thing about Burnout. But man, the crashes in that, like it's good to know a game did not the game rewarded you for as much mayhem as possible as you could, but it definitely gave you max points if you could like drift. I thought that was just amazing. So we have the Quartz Regalia from Final Fantasy XV.
Yeah, I never played that.
Yeah, I bought it and never beat it. I think I got somewhat far, but not far enough where you fight like a giant tortoise. Like the tortoise is just gigantic. Like I kind of look forward to actually doing that. But it just had that kind of regal kind of look to it, but it also transformed itself too. I mean, it had the whole Type D off-road spec, which was added, so it's basically transforming it into a monster truck.
Okay.
And it just the sound of it, just like when you got into it, it just sounded very like cruise like almost a bit silent, but it had this like kind of mellow kind of pace to it. Next we have the Quadra Turbo. And
I haven't played a Forza game yet, but I played what came out this year? Gran Turismo 7.
Oh shoot,
they played that this year.
So, dude, total goof on my point. This was the name of the car from Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, okay.
So it's called the Quadra Turbo R VTEC. So yeah, but big shout out to, I believe it's someone was in the chat that let us know what the name of it was. But yeah, that totally awesome car to be in. And that's about it for that. I will throw in one game that I think really broke the mold when it started coming to vehicles like of all kind of types. Forza, definitely. Like it seemed like no matter what, those cars look so good. Like I wouldn't say what's the favorite in Forza, but if you ever wanted to try a fun race car game, and definitely an old retro mention of Gran Turismo too, but yeah, definitely check those out.
Okay, thanks for that. So next, we got the Game Awards. So the Game Awards are 18 days away. I think they're supposed to be showing on December 8th. Yeah, December 8th with Geoff Keighley. He usually does the Game Awards. It's actually he pretty much created the whole thing. It happens yearly on into December, end of the year, and I would say he's been pretty successful with it. I mean, each year they just keep improving and improving. So if you haven't voted, you can check out the Discord. I put the link in there a couple days ago. Go ahead and vote. I sadly won't be streaming it because it comes out like 11 a.m. Central. I'm like, I'll be working, so I'll probably just be watching while I'm working. But definitely stay tuned to it. I watch these usually every year. So I just wanted to go through the nominees really quickly. I already voted, but you guys can still vote. So, game of the year. They got Elden Ring, Stray, A Plague Tale, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, Xenoblade 3, Best Ongoing Game. They have Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy, Fortnite, of course, Genshin Impact. Fortnite is like always on there. Best Indie, Stray, Sifu, Tunic, Neon White, Cult of the Lamb. Let me see if I can actually go to the site and show you guys. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Be a little better for y'all. Let me see.
You know, there's something about this I wanted to.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask about.
Mm-hmm.
You know this guy named Cashapp? Kai. She's like a streamer.
Haven't heard of her.
Not. No, it's a dude. He's a black dude.
No, I haven't heard. No, I haven't heard of him. No.
Oh, okay. They were saying a lot of people talking about he got snubbed for best streamer of the year.
Oh.
And yeah, but if you don't, just don't worry about it.
Okay, we're gonna get to that category. I think I may know why they're saying that. So best game direction, God of War, Elden Ring, Horizon, Stray, Immortality. Like, if y'all noticed that it's gonna be a lot of Elden Ring and God of War for the most part. Best narrative, Penguin Quill, A Plague Tale, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon. Oh, big game. What's going on, bro? Oh, it says Kai ST, short black dude with the dreads. Okay. What's going on? What's going on, big game? Immortality, Horizon. Keep going. I'm trying to go really fast. It's a lot of them. Best art direction, Elden Ring, God of War, Scorn, Stray. Keep going. We got best score and music. Metal, Hellsinger, Xenoblade 3, God of War, Elden Ring, Plague Tale. You guys already see the pattern that's going on here. Best audio design, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon, God of War, Elden Ring, Call of Duty. That's okay. I don't know why that's there. Best performance, this is like voice actors, motion capture. We got the guy who got Kratos, Christopher Judge, Immortality, Man Engage. Sunny, this is Atreus from God of War, Plague Tale, Charlotte, Bernie. Horizon is Ashley Birch. She did the main lead role in Horizon. I think the Kratos is gonna win. The actor for Kratos is gonna win. At least that's what I think. Games for Impact.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think he's gonna win. Yeah, I agree.
Games for Impact. I would say Teenage, whatever. Hindsight, Ending, Extinction is Forever, Citizen Sleeper, A Dust Falls, and Memoir Blue. Have no idea. I think I just voted for a random on that one. I didn't really care on this one. Best ongoing. I think I mentioned this on the article already. Like, honestly, I say Fortnite or Apex Legends winning this one. It's just kind of obvious. They always fucking win. I know Genshin Impact has some high momentum this year. But I see Fortnite or Apex winning. Destiny 2, honestly, people don't really play Destiny 2 like that. At least from what I've heard. Moving on. Best indie game. Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, Tunic. A lot of people like Sifu, but I don't know if it's going to win anything. Definitely Neon White might win it. I think that's a JRPG, I believe. Next up, Best Mobile Game, Apex Legends, Diablo, Genshin Impact, Marvel Snap. I actually heard some good things about this game. Tower of Fantasy. I just voted for whatever on that one. Best Community Support, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Final Fantasy, Destiny 2, Apex. Honestly, I think it could go to any one of these. I think these communities are pretty big in the gaming world, especially like the redemption that No Man's Sky has gotten after its L that it took years ago. Now it's just like everyone loves that game so much now, Fortnite, everyone's still playing that. I mean, everyone's still playing Apex. I mean, so I think it could go to anyone just based on how big the player base is. That's what I think. Death Racer says last year was better for Genshin. Okay. Moving on. So innovation and accessibility. So it's basically like recognizing software, hardware that is pushing the medium forward. Features, technology, content. This to help a wider audience of the play. We got the query, Last of Us Part 1, Return to Monkey Island, God of War, As Dust Falls. I don't know. It could go anywhere. I know God of War has a lot of accessibility. I know there's like a big trailer on the features that it has. I don't know about the other ones though. Next up, we have Best VR. I could care less, honestly. I think I just voted for Among Us because I know that's a pretty popular game. So, but it could go either way. I don't know. I don't really keep up with VR. You guys already know. I'd be roasting up VR like crazy. Best action game. Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty. I feel like this doesn't belong in this category. That's just me. Neon White, Sifu, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Revenge, Shredder's Revenge. I think I voted for Bayonetta 3 on this one. If God of War wins this shit, I think that's bullshit. I think it goes to Bayonetta 3. That's just me, though. Next up, Best Action Adventure Game. So God of War, Plague Tale, Horizon, Stray, Tunic. Clearly, I think it's going to God of War. Maybe a Plague Tale. The problem with Horizon is that it came out right before Elden Ring came out. And this is the same thing that Sonic Frontiers made a mistake on. It came out right before God of War Ragnarok. It's like, that's the terrible release window. So sadly, I think Horizon's going to lose a lot of nominees this year. Just because when Elden Ring came out, bro, dude, everyone was talking about Elden Ring for literally 3 months straight. We'll see. Oh, maybe Horizon will win something. We'll see. Best role playing. So Xenoblade 3, Triangle Strategy, which I heard was good. Pokemon Legends, Live Alive, and Elden Ring. Probably going to Elden Ring. I don't think it's fair for Xenoblade 3 because I think Xenoblade 3 was a good game. I fairly enjoyed it, but you got to deal with Elden Ring, man. I don't know how, unless the Nintendo fans I don't know how Elden Ring loses this one, but we'll see. Next up, Best Fighting Game. Now, there was a little bit of beef with this choice. A lot of people were saying, why the hell is Sifu in this game? And I actually agree, because technically it's not a fighting game. If you look at the other nominees, Multiverses, which is basically a DC-type Smash Bros. Game. King of Fighters, of course. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle R, which was, I think, a reboot of the old game. And then we got DNF Duel, which was made by Arc System Works, which made Guilty Gear, Strive, and Dragon Ball Fighters, games like that. Really fun game. The main problem with DNF Duel was that just the fan base was just very small. It was hot fire when it came out the first couple of weeks, then it died down, Very fun game, though. People are still playing King of Fighters. People are still playing Multiverses from what I've heard. Next up, Best Family Game. I mean, Nintendo's obviously going to take a W, probably. We got Kirby, Mario. I heard good things about this game. Esports, sports, Splatoon 3. I mean, Lego's been doing pretty well. I haven't heard much people roast Lego, so I mean, it could go either way, but Nintendo has, you have 3 chances, actually 4 chances to win this, so it's probably going to go to Nintendo. You got 4 out of a 5 chance there. So next, Best Strategy. Dune, Mario again, Total War, 2 Point Campus, Victoria 3. So we got that. Let's see, still got a lot more to go. God damn. Best Sports Racing, F122, FIFA. FIFA's a big community. NBA 2K, big community there. Gran Turismo, I'm not sure. It did take a little L with the transaction stuff that it was trying to do in the game. So I don't know about how people are going to react to that. And then we got Ollie World. But I see it going to FIFA or 2K. I mean, come on. I mean, really big fan bases there. Best Multiplayer, Call of Duty, Multiverses, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and Ninja Turtles again. I think really good options here. It could go either way. We'll just have to see on December 8th. And like I said, you can still vote. Content Creator of the Year. This might be the one you were mentioning, Lou, maybe, about the other guy not being in the group. They got Norbu, they got Nibelian, Ludwig, Carl Jacobs, and QT Cinderella. I have no idea who they are. I just know the face of Mob from Mob Psycho, so that's who I voted for. Let's see what else. Best debut indie: Neon, Stray, Tonic, Vampire Survivors, Norco. Let me see if I can go through this faster. Adaptation. Now, this was cool. So I actually voted for Cyberpunk Edge Runners because that shit was just really dope. But I do know that a lot of people liked Arcane. I heard good things about that show. Of course, Sonic the Hedgehog was good. Good things. I heard good from that. Cuphead. I don't know who liked that one. And Uncharted. I think most people were okay with Uncharted from Sony Pictures. But I definitely see Cyberpunk or Arcane winning on that one. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong on that one. Most anticipated game, Final Fantasy 16. I believe that's the numeral for 16. I believe. Hogwarts Legacy.
Hey, is that Hogwarts Legacy? Is it gonna be like an MMO?
No, this is gonna be a full third-person like adventure action game, role-playing game.
Oh, they need to be an MMO. That'd be lit.
Oh, okay. So you would prefer MMO style?
Yeah, I would prefer like a Skyrim type.
Okay,
you know
okay.
I mean?
Yeah,
like the whole wizard world or whatever.
yeah.
Build it out.
Yeah, the wizardly world. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, the gameplay looks okay. We'll see. Resident Evil 4 remake, I think. Starfield. From what I've seen, honestly, not too impressed with Starfield yet. It feels like a Destiny clone, but we'll see. Then we have the sequel to Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, which the thing that once again with Nintendo, man, the thing I fear most about Nintendo is the hardware. Like, I just feel like the hardware is holding it back. Just like when if you look at Bayonetta 3, that shit was held back completely by the Switch. But we'll see with these games coming out next year. Best esports. So Valorant, Rocket League, big this out. I might win. League of Legends. I mean, these are all. Any one of these could win it. Honestly, I mean, they're both big fan bases. So whatever one gets that one. Best esports athlete. That's funny. Call him athlete. Jacob Whitaker. Call him athlete. That's funny. Juwong, League, Faker, Song, Finn, Kerrigan, Elf, Flanger, Simple. I don't know who they are. But
yeah, I don't know any.
Valorant, League of Legends players. But it's funny that they call them athletes. They're not athletes. So best esports team. This is a bunch of the same people. Call of Duty, Valorant, Loud, LA, Thieves, Gen G. Oh, I know these guys. FaZe Clan, and then Dark Zero.
LA
Esports.
Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Call of Duty. That's okay.
Yeah,
FaZe Clan. They got their own little pact or something. They got their own like pack or something like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're almost done. Sorry, I know this is a long list. Best esports coach, I really could care less. I mean, I'm not even going to read them. I have no idea. And then last is best esports event. I voted for Evo. There's League of Legends, PLG, Majors, the midseason I don't know what this one is. Well, I don't know what game that covers. Valorant Champions, and that's all of them from this year's awards. Like I said, you can go check it out on December 8th. And then also, of course, during their award show, they show different trailers, new games, stuff. I'm thinking we may see a new gameplay of Tekken 8, which might be pretty dope. Hopefully that's the case. But any thoughts on that, Lou, with what you saw from the Game Awards? What do you think?
Yeah,
I know it's a lot.
Did you show the best streamer one? Did they have that on there?
I think it was best content creator.
Is that what that's what it was? Okay, I think it was content creator. Yeah, man, they tried to.
Yeah,
they snubbed Case in that, and they were pretty much saying like, I guess pretty much what they saying like, he don't stream games, but he does. But let's just keep it real. He streams 2K and Madden, and they just, what I'm saying, I guess they don't recognize. It got to be League of Legends and Dota and stuff like that. And this dude got like the most subscribers on Twitch.
Madden definitely is a big player base, I would think.
I would think so too, right?
Yeah,
he didn't even get nominated. Yeah, I guess he's too. And now he doing stuff with rappers, and I guess he's too. What I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Are they saying because he just did a bet with 21 Savage on his Twitch? He lost like $121,000 over a 2K game or something. Mm-hmm. I mean it was like 80K in the box. I mean the dude be going crazy. It's like it don't make any sense that they just snubbed him like that, But
yeah,
yeah.
Big Game says Madden's not anywhere near LOL or Dota though. That might be it.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, because Dota is like international. Like, I mean, we Japanese and Korean people playing that.
Yeah, that's international shit.
2K as well. 2K as well, I would think. Oh, I was gonna say this too. The Kratos actor. I heard he was. They said he was crying during the recordings.
I said like probably by the story, man.
Yeah, like as he was acting Kratos, like he was like like not like talking about the acting ability.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gonna win it. I just want to say that.
Yeah, man. Try not to spoil, but man, dude. Well, if you watch what I'm my walkthroughs and whatever, but yeah, God of War, man, it's just really enjoyable, man. The voice acting, everything about that game, dude. It's just.
I've been watching cutscenes. I just been watching like.
Oh, you better stay away from that shit. You better stay away if you don't want to get spoiled.
I'm not gonna buy the game, so I just. I'm just gonna watch the playthroughs.
God damn it! Really?
Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with that?
You're not gonna play. Why you don't want to? How come you don't want to play the game?
I don't have a PS5.
Oh, you can get it on a PS4.
You can get it on PC.
Well, that's in 2 years though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like doing it. I like watching. I mean, why I gotta play the game?
But then again, I get that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have intention on getting it,
yeah.
I mean, even your
I don't
best
feel
bet
like
is
hitting all them
just check it out.
combos and circle R1. I don't feel like doing all that. I just want to enjoy it. A lot of times I'll just have it on my TV and I'll just have it like the playthrough playing because it'd be like 8 hours. It'd be like an 8-hour playthrough. So I'll just
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? I just have it on TV.
Lou don't want to get that feeling of that drop combo feeling. Like,
yeah, I'll let y'all go through that, and then y'all edit it out.
Y'all edit it.
I mean, that's how I am with like the Resident Evil genre, like the horror, all that crap. I ain't playing that shit. I'll watch it, but I ain't playing that damn.
That's how I started. It all started with Assassin's Creed. That's when I started doing it. I was like, you know what, man? It's like I'm really only.
Yeah,
I'm really only here for the story.
You don't want to look super stylish, sometimes you do some amazing combinations in games, even action adventure games, like stuff that you be like, nah, I can't pull that off, and you be like, what? But it's I think it's just when you're in that kind of gamer zone though, like like when you just not like you're thinking, but you're performing certain moves where you like, okay, I wonder does this connect with this, and it does,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you.
That's all my thing, man. I did that with Cyberpunk. I did that with Watch Dogs. I enjoy the story, so I'll just play the playthrough on, and I'll just experience it that way. I just, you know what I mean? I just don't really feel like I need to, be touching.
Do all the super hyper technical.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just want to like enjoy the story because there's only certain games like that. You know what I mean? Where like the story is really good, or I'm interested in the story. Like Spider-Man, you couldn't really do that.
Nah,
you gotta really play You gotta play Spider-Man. You gotta play Spider-Man, right?
Well, but it's amazing when you're not I always say when you're not basing it upon 100% completion and I have to get every single thing, like I can't go back. You know what I'm saying? Like then you're gonna have that situation where like you just turned a video game that probably if you didn't do all like side quests or you didn't go for that. For that hidden thing, you increase the longevity of that game, but then it can become quite stressful because like say you're not doing it right and it's like, well, you got to do it right the next playthrough.
Yeah, that's kind of like Elden Ring. You can't just watch that game. Like every player has a different experience in Elden Ring. And
right.
You're watching and you're potentially watching up to 100 hours of gameplay. I mean,
exactly.
Like if you play that game on a full length, everything, that's 100 hours, man. That's 100 hours.
Oh my god, it'll be tedious. Yep.
Yeah. Same with like we said earlier, Spider-Man was like that. I mean, some games you can't really that playthrough watching it ain't just impossible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
But some games like Call of Duty, you could just watch the story.
Oh yeah, fuck all that. I'm not.
Everybody played them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody.
Yeah, Call of Duty. It seems like you can just watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't anything. That's the same experience for every gamer, Right.
No, and I guess too like Fallout. I don't know if I would. I don't know because Fallout was so fun and like like Skyrim.
Almost seemed like it teased you not to blaze through it.
Yeah, those
you know
games,
what I'm saying? You just want to go right through it.
Yeah, you have to play those games. You can't just be watching the cutscenes on those.
Oh, you know what? I'll never forget though. There was one game on the Sega Dreamcast where it just forced you to blaze through it. It didn't slow down for shit. It was called Zombies Revenge, and it was based off of the House of the Dead trilogy. But it was funny because it was just like no matter what you did, if you were fighting, some of the mechanics were kind of cool, and you had the gun, and I swear to God that you would do moves on zombies where you wouldn't think like, well, that doesn't make sense. Like tackle them to the ground and pound them, or put them in a figure 4 leg. But the timer didn't care whatever you did. You just had to keep moving. Like it gave you, like there were certain times where it's like, oh, I could take this route, I could take this route, but it gave you such a small time frame that you like, oh, fuck it, okay, I guess I'm done here.
So we have reached our intermission. We have a lot more to cover. We still haven't talked about Black Panther yet. We're going to talk about that on part 2. We're going to talk a lot. We've got a lot more news to cover. So you just came in. Just hold on tight for 3-4 minutes. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, join the Discord server. That's the best way to stay updated on the channel with all the videos, the streams, the gameplay, the podcast. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Riddle me this. But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pipes. Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Why so serious?
Riddle me this.
Haven't had a lot of company in a long time, but if I were expecting some, I'd whip up a really substantial meal. You see how strong I am? From eating all of this stuff.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
Your soul is mine.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
By your powers combined.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Your soul is mine.
Riddle me this.
Why so serious? Always
winterize your pipes.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, You there. I sit in judgment of you.
Target acquired. Here's the big one. Proton cannon.
Why so serious?
Yoga lane.
Hadouken!
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
By your powers combined,
Riddle me this.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Target acquired. Here's the big one. Proton cannon.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Always winterize your pipes. Your soul is mine.
Yoga lane.
by your powers combined,
Hadouken!
蘇れネビュラちゃん
Force attack! Tyrannosaurus!
Yoga lane.
Why so serious?
The SoulProviderZ.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Target acquired. Here's the big one. Proton cannon.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pipes.
Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.
What's going on? SoulProvider here from the Nerd Pill. We are back with episode 25 of Otaku Jump Podcast. Our next episode will be on December 4th of next month. That will be our last episode of the year, episode 26. After episode 26 of next month on the 4th, we will be taking a short break for holidays and stuff like that. We'll be back for episode 27 in January 2023. Like I said, keep up to date, join the Discord server, check out the community tab for updates on videos and podcasts and gameplay and stuff like that. Also, follow me on Twitch. Sometimes I stream games on Twitch as well. If you want to be a guest on Otaku Jump Podcast next year, be sure to contact me on Discord, or you can email me at soulproviderspeaks@gmail.com. We'll be adding a guest list for next year. You will have to contact us before we go live, of course, if you want to be a guest on that certain episode. So if you're interested, just let us know on the Discord server. So we got a lot more stuff to cover, as I was talking about. So I finally wanted to talk about Black Panther. We all know that that was the very last phase 4 film from the MCU. It came out, what was it? On November, it wasn't too long ago. It came out like a week or so ago. Oh, on the 11th. So the box office gross was 181, which did pretty well. Actually made more than the original film on the weekend. It did pretty well on opening weekend. But the total amount for so far, at least, is a total of 546 million. Keep in mind the budget was $250 million. And keep in mind as well, you add $100 million on top of that with marketing, you're talking about $350 million to break even. So did it break even? Yes, it did. Most Marvel films do break even. That's very typical for a Marvel film to break even. Not comparing that to Morbius that barely made anything, but that's Sony. That's Sony sell. So we're at 500 something million so far. Now, a lot of people are saying that, and I also do believe that this will not reach the 1 billion mark. I think my prediction for gross for this film, I would say, is probably 600, 700, but honestly, it could go even to 800. So you got to remember that we still have Thanksgiving break coming this month. And this month, there is no other film coming out that's like big box office number film. The next film that's coming out would be December with Avatar. Now, Avatar, and who knows where that's going to go, because it's been a really long time since we had an Avatar film. It's going to be very questionable on what that makes for December. But honestly, that's the only thing Black Panther is really going to be competing with for December. Potentially, I think it's still going to make 600, definitely 600. It's already getting there. I think 700, but 1 billion, I'm not too sure. Keep in mind, Thor, I believe is at 900 something million. I think we can check that. I think Thor is actually at 900, which is still crazy to me to think that a movie like that would get to that point. But I think we are still there with Thor. Let's go ahead and check real quick. Oh no, I think that might have been Doctor Strange. So no, Thor is actually at almost clocking in at 800. I think this is where we're going to see Black Panther: Wakanda Forever eventually. But once again, this is just a prediction. So I went ahead and gave it, initially I gave it a 6, but like a 6.5. I know, Lou, I know you say you don't give it a 7 and stuff like that. You already did a stream covering Black Panther, but I wanted to get everyone's opinion about the film. My opinion, I mean, once again, I don't think it's the worst film of the Phase 4, but I don't think it's the best of Phase 4 either. I would say best of Phase 4 is probably Spider-Man No Way Home, which I still am shocked to think. I honestly thought that wasn't Phase 4, but actually it is. So clearly that's like the dominant movie of Phase 4, right? And we have another article that's going to be covering the ranking of the Phase 4 movies and TV shows. But yeah, go ahead.
I didn't give it a 7. I didn't give it a 7.
Yeah. I gave it a 7, but I remember you told me that you can't give movies a 7, right?
You can't. Oh yeah, you can't use 7. Yeah, you can't use. Yeah. Everybody I ask about this movie keeps saying 7. Everybody. If you got to keep giving something a 7, I'm telling you that's not a good movie.
Okay, then I would have to give it a 6.5 because remember I gave Black Adam a 6 though.
Exactly, because you see what I'm saying. It didn't get an 8. You see an 8. That's a
8.
Really good movie.
I definitely can't give this 8. There's once again, just to cover what I critiqued, I said there's a lot of things that was missing from the film. Because Chadwick, R.I.P. died. Ryan Coogler had to kind of scrape up whatever was left over of the film and try to make something work. I mean, I think they could have just once again made it a TV show and focus on Wakanda, build the Wakanda world. Because it's not like every Marvel film where we see New York every single time. We don't see Wakanda a lot, so let's focus on that world and let's see other sides of Wakanda instead of just seeing maybe 2 scenes and angles of Wakanda. So I thought a TV show would have been better, focus on the characters. I think people would have been a bit more satisfied with that. I think also they're trying to launchpad too many things from the movie. Ironheart, I mean, a lot of people, and I don't understand the smoke from Ironheart because they did Ironheart just like they did Tom Holland's Spider-Man when he appeared in Civil War, and then after that he got a bunch of shows and stuff like that. I don't understand the critique with Ironheart. It's like everyone forgot that they did the same thing with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Now I'm not saying
okay, but
go ahead.
But the difference is Spider-Man. She is like a watered down bootleg version of Iron Man. It's 2 totally different characters.
Oh, so wait, so you're saying Ironheart doesn't have any respectable in the comic book world? She's just not respectable at all.
Yeah, exactly. Her comic didn't come out to like 2016. Like she's not. She doesn't have that. she doesn't have that cachet. It's like, yeah, you're right. Tom Holland was brought up in Civil War, but it's Spider-Man. Everybody,
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody
yeah.
knows, but this is like Chicago,
a lower tier hero.
This is like Chicago Iron Man. This is like
okay.
This is like O Block. Yeah, this is like 63rd Iron Man.
You said O Block.
Yeah, it's like it's a totally new character. It's
okay,
like, you know what I'm saying?
I get that. Okay. That's cool. That's okay. Lower tier hero. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe if it was like a higher tier hero, they could drop that in a movie like and they'd be okay, right? Okay, fair enough. That's that. I agree with that. But I think once again, it should have been a TV show. I like Namor, although I know everyone may not like Namor, but I thought he was fucking cool. I thought it was like I think Black Panther has some really cool villains. Him. Fucking Killmonger. I mean, I like Namor. I think he was cool. But without Namor, that movie's like it's gonna be even lower for me. Without Namor, I think if Namor was not in this film, I would have probably gave it a fucking 5 or 4. So that's how much to me he mattered in the film. But go ahead, Lil. I'm talking too much. What do you quick little? What do you think?
Somebody in the chat said, "Did Iron Man build all his equipment from your local dumpster?" Oh my god!
No! Shout out to Dorian.
Yeah, I mean, what was your question again?
No, just your more thoughts on
Black Panther.
Black
yeah,
Panther,
I mean, here's another thing too. I'm glad you said that, bro. Okay, so when I'm breaking it down, I was talking to other people on other panels about it too. The only rebuttal people can hit me with is, man, it's just a movie. I don't even think about that much. It's just a movie. You just analyze it too much. It's just a movie. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Come on.
So like, wait a minute. So what was good about it? I thought it was cool. I thought it was, yeah. I mean, the only person that had like, a good rebuttal like on why they liked it was like what Big Game was saying. Like Namor is the villain, right? And I give you what you just said too. Namor as a villain was, it was a cool villain. Sometimes gotta have a villain, but it's just that whole putting Chadwick Boseman, like he died, and it was just the fact that they didn't recast him just caused so much issues. And then like you said, they add an Ironheart. It just didn't. It didn't make sense. It just a lot of stuff was just kind of goofy. Like when we were talking about like, I guess these might be minuscule, like the whole beating the drums with the water.
Yeah, that crash part. Yeah.
Like that was. So but my thing is though, like they didn't even explain. Okay, so like since T'Challa died, wouldn't M'Boku be the king? Like wouldn't Angela Bassett wouldn't she have had to fight him to be the king? Like, what was the point of that beginning of Black Panther when they had that one-on-one fight for the king? Right. And everybody keep throwing all these excuses. Oh, well, the king don't mean the Black Panther. Okay, I give you that, right? Because in Civil War, T'Challa was Black Panther, and the king, what's his name? The king of Wakanda was separate, right?
Yeah, I think it was king. Yeah, it was the father, right?
The father, right? The father was still the king of Wakanda, and T'Challa had became Black because obviously he was too old, right?
Yeah, right.
He couldn't do it no more. But I mean, in this regard, though, M'Boku should have either been the king or he should have been a Black Panther or somebody. Why did they? What was the one-on-one? I don't understand. How did Angela Bassett become queen?
And let me go ahead and go to Mega. What do you think about Black Panther? I think you saw it yesterday. What do you think?
Yeah, I watched it yesterday, and I definitely would give it a score of 7.5.
Damn, okay.
I'm doing that just because Sis and Luke said we can't say 7.
Okay.
But no, I went into the movie expelling everything that I've heard from reviews, right? Now, I will tell you what I liked about it was there was no lack in the beginning getting everything started. It didn't. They did really well on his passing. The intensity of trying to find a cure, and then the subtleness of how no matter what they were doing, he already had passed. I think that part was amazingly done. going forward into the movie, though, there were to me, I think the best parts though definitely had to be where we were introduced with Namor and his group. I think that scene was done perfectly. It unfortunately, I think the only worst part I hated that the woman just immediately was like, "Oh, it was Wakandans. This is Wakandans doing." Like, God damn! like they don't have all kind of villains and crazy ass shit going on in the world. They just went straight to Wakandans. Mm-hmm. I guess because of the nature of what they were trying to find with the they actually found that vibranium underwater. So maybe that was the whole tie-in to that. But I think that scene was just amazing on the point that folklore is that you can be persuaded by mermen or mermaids to kill yourself. Almost like a siren's call, of course. I believe they were just a different type of mermaid, of course. But but that music, that sound was just amazing to the point where I'm thinking like, oh shit, y'all need to cover y'all ears. This is not good. this is a weapon. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, I think what kind of threw me off in the movie was just the sheer amount of because I ain't gonna lie, it had some good freaking joke parts too. Like there was
tell me one.
Okay, definitely the part when they said not to be looking inconspicuous. And she was telling her about her like you stand out, basically. Like I look like more of a college student than me than you. I think that was the shit because toward the part where she said, "Okay, I'm gonna just stay back and hang back," when she actually went to Riri and told her everything, and she's like, "Oh well, let me just get my shit," try to get the fuck out of there and dip. Elijah was already in the bathroom. I thought that part was hilarious.
I'll have to fire back on that. That chick, that actor. What's her name from the Walking Dead? Right? What's her name again?
I don't even know what her name is. Yeah. There you go.
That whole scene was cringe to me.
That whole scene was kind of cringe, but then it was funny.
She's trying to look serious, but then be funny at the same time. It's like that's not your character, right? Like you're supposed to be a fucking bodyguard who's fucking serious, and they tried to nerf her and make it funny and shit. Go ahead.
But I thought making fun of black women, Alopecia was wrong. I thought that was I thought it's justified with a slap.
Nobody got slapped, right?
Yeah, I thought it was I thought it was justifiable to get slapped in the mouth. I didn't know I didn't know that was cool, but okay.
Yeah, but what let me down in that movie was definitely that some of their tactics was kind of off-putting. Like the one tactic where saying our vibranium is in there, go ahead and get it. That was kind of cool. But the one tactic of fighting the Atlantean people, why would you fight them on their turf?
You're gonna
get swarmed. I thought that was just
she was being emotional, wasn't thinking straight. That whole mission was just off.
Yeah. That mission seemed like it's like, okay, we just gonna bring the fight to them, and then like you are on their territory, you're gonna get fucked up. But for the most part, that plan to actually capture him was strange, right? Like to me, okay, they knocked him into the ship, I guess, but it just seemed like it was weird. Like, where did he fall into the ship? Did she throw him into the ship? I know Riri Williams has said, okay, yeah, we got him like this, so and so, like in the ship to lead him away from water. But that it was weird. It was weird. Mm-hmm. It looked like, wait, did they time it so well that they knocked him inside of the damn machine and it flew off with her in it? But
yeah, let me get to Dorian's super chat. He says Namor gave Wakanda 1 month to attack back. Go ahead, look.
I was gonna say. I mean, with Shuri, I mean, she was just so unlikable. She was just a very unlikable character. Her development was kind of, it was kind of sporadic. It was just kind of like everywhere.
Yeah, it was kind of everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like you're.
But I think. Do you think they wanted that to be like that? Like, because the distraught of losing your brother.
You're giving the MC universe too much credit. Damn it.
Go ahead, Eisen.
What's up, Eisen?
What's going on?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. Go ahead.
First off, my rating, I would give it a 3.
Woo, God damn. Woohoo.
Yeah.
God damn.
Well, hold on. I mean, we gotta take something into context. Omega Dreads just called them the Atlanteans. This whole movie, they were never the Atlanteans. They sit around and turn Atlantis into sea Mexicans.
Oh man.
This was the most derogatory movie they can make.
Wait, aren't they Aztecs, or am I wrong? Are the Aztecs?
Well, I think it was deemed that they were of an Aztec tribe.
Look, sea Mexicans.
Or Mayan or something.
Oh, Mayan, yeah. Okay,
that's
ahead,
Mexico.
Damn.
It's all Mexico.
We definitely don't want to. We don't want to mix water and how that term goes. But
look, yes, that's exactly what they did on the slide. That's what they did on the slide. I'm not dumb, but I can catch that. Yes, that's what they did.
There you go.
Okay, keep cooking.
But
keep cooking.
Okay, go ahead.
So the whole writing and everything was terrible. I mean, they just took Shuri's whole character before and just threw it in the blender. Just said, "Here, this is what we're gonna get."
Yeah, that's what I was trying to articulate. Yeah,
I mean, and not only that, they were letting her solo him before she drank that purple drink. She was soloing the Mexican flying mutant before she got some of that purple stuff. And, they just made a joke of M'Baku who, I mean, let's be real. He was handling mugs there for a minute. I mean, you could have literally
out with one punch.
You could have made a new Black Panther and not done this. But yeah, let's be honest, they don't care. The movie was hot garbage. In that scene on the bridge, whenever they was coming to take the great value Black MacGyver.
Damn.
They was throwing a water balloon bomb.
Yeah, water
balloons. And you had I mean, that's what they were.
Water bombs. Bad bombs.
And it made no sense because one moment, the captain of the army, she's able to sit up there and swing her staff at him, her spear at him, and all it does is blow her back. But they able to tear a hole off in a ship. But I mean, all they did was just blow her back. I mean, so it's just terrible writing, terrible vision. It was garbage. Nothing else.
Lou, I never got your number for the movie. What was your number? I didn't get it.
Oh, I gave it a 5.
Okay, 5. And
I gave it a 5.
Mega was a 7.5, and Eisen was a 3, right? 3 out of 10.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I can't. There's no way I could even give it a 5.
Okay.
Let's be honest.
Could someone get
go ahead, the first Black Panther was only a 6 or 7.
Oh damn!
So there's no. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying the problem was it was terribly written. It wasn't written good either. But this one was even worse.
I probably would have gave the first one like an 8 out of 10. It wasn't perfect though. I agree, but I probably
I can't give it that high. I can give it a 7 at best.
I only gave it a high score really because I did like that the first introduction to the Black Panther. If you notice. Even though he was kind of noble in a sense, he is very precise. I mean, I like the fighting scenes of course, it was amazing. And I didn't shy away from these fighting scenes as well, especially when Namor was involved. Like, I think they did Namor kind of... I actually enjoyed Namor. Like, the actor, the look, the build, his speech. The only reason I give... the first Black Panther, or just as well as the Avengers, is that as a king, he did seem very well. No, he was a prince, correct? If I'm right, he was still a prince at that time.
Yeah,
but he still handled himself like with preciseness. Like if you see the speech patterns between Namor, very precise in what was going to happen and what was going to do. He didn't waste no effortless. There was no hilariousness to it.
But y'all are beating around the bush. The whole plot of the movie was that Namor wanted to kill Riri because she built a vibranium detector out of trash can, out of Coke cans, right?
Out of beer bottles.
Out of beer bottles and Coke cans. So my whole thing. So this is my whole thing, right? Okay, Namor was hell bent on killing her. Like he wanted her dead.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. I mean,
it's not. I get what you mean. Else is gonna, like, what's gonna stop from someone else?
Somebody eventually is gonna like figure it out. Like what? Like why? Like how was it? Like how's it? I mean, she's just that smart. I mean, nobody else could figure out. Like nobody else could figure out how to detect vibranium. Like it's. I mean, the CIA lady figured out how to tap it. When the was talking the Queen Wakanda. So if you can tap Wakandan technology and all this shit, right? But you can't detect it, like, and it was so easy a child could do it with parts from a dumpster. Yeah. So and I'm thinking like this dude Namor, this dude is supposed to be like he was just that unnegotiable that he couldn't come to terms with, like, you know what, I'm not gonna kill this. We're gonna have to make a treaty or something. You had the Katrina Wakanda.
Yeah.
The whole premise was stupid. That's why I said the writer, it was stupid.
And there's
everything about it.
You had the Katrina Wakanda because they didn't want to give you a child to kill. Like, you get on, like, this shit didn't.
Yes.
Like,
and that's why based upon like, it's crazy because like when they got on the water, that's the part that only irked my nerve, is that how did they not think that these things can fuck up the bottom of our boat? You know what I'm saying?
I said, Ryan
Coogler.
Ryan Coogler. I mean, he had to scrap up whatever he had left after Chadwick died, right? So I think that's why there's many things that are missing from the film, right? And then just this thing about strategy when it comes to marketing, right? There's a reason why this movie was the last one from Phase 4, right? It's the sympathy ticket, right? They want a sympathy ticket for rest in peace Chadwick, right? And technically, that's probably not. It may have worked, but I don't think it's gonna work because I don't think it's gonna reach 1 billion. So another thing, right? You show the trailer, like it's pretty obvious who Black Panther is in the trailer, right? Like no one needs to spoil it because look at Shuri's body type, right? She's extremely super thin. Like everyone knew, that's probably Shuri, right? It ended up being her for like 10 minutes of the remaining of the film. Like the very ending is like you see her making bless you. She sees some stupid decisions from her being Black Panther for 10 minutes. Versus the whole movie remember, the whole movie's like 2 hours, like 30 minutes, right? It was pretty long. But for 10 minutes...
She did show, though, that she is, even with that, the heart-shaped herb that she created, she might have gotten super strength and all, but she's still not on the level of even M'Baku and Namor.
No. So one thing about M'Baku, right? So based on the comics, right, they said that M'Baku becomes the man-ape or something. That's what they said in the comics. So I don't know if that's something they're going to do with him in the future, but apparently he gets like some type of strong power from some type of gorilla spirit or some shit, and he becomes fucking man-ape.
Was the when they always say Hanuman?
They have a bunch
that's
of
supposed to be the spirit of the great white ape.
Yeah, and
they
then
have a bunch of they actually have a bunch of like superpower people in Wakanda. They got like people it's like one tribe, they like infuse their skin with vibranium tattoos and stuff like that, and they can like harness the power of vibranium and that with like the little martial arts.
Right.
You know what would have been cool though, if toward the end they just be like, let's just make a big ass adamantium like net and just catch everybody. And be like,
what would have been really
just
cool?
Fish y'all out the water.
What would have been really cool is if they just didn't do it. That's what would have been cool.
No, I gave it a 5.
But you know what?
Because of the soundtrack too.
What's going on, Spirit?
I'm honestly gonna say though the most captivating part was seeing the kingdom to me of Talokan. I think I'm saying it. Yeah, Talokan. I really enjoyed that part because it was. I mean, it was astonishing how even their transportation was like a water hole, like a vortex thing. I love the background and the art and stuff.
Let me get to Dorian's super chat. Sorry, bro. Namor should have killed Ironheart and destroyed Wakanda with the Iron Fist. That's funny. So yeah, to answer your question, right? Indigenous said, so is this better? Is Black Adam better than Wakanda Forever? But okay, so remember, I gave Black Adam a 6. I would give this like a 6.5, right? And I give it a 6.5 because it does have that, that Marvel quality of a movie, right? I think it has this production, audio, stuff like that. I definitely think it's way better than Black Adam in those regards, right? Action scenes in those regards is better, but that's pretty much only it, right? And then another thing, Akia, right? That's the boo from T'Challa, right? So the storyline with her having a son, that's supposed to be Storm from X-Men, right? Based on the comic books. But apparently they said in the comic books that she becomes a villain called Malice or something. She dies and some shit, gets resurrected or some shit, or something like that. Lawrence, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on? Perfect timing.
Okay, we hear you now. Hey, welcome, Lawrence.
Did you see? Go ahead.
I can't see you. I can hear you, but I can't see you. But anyway, shalom.
Shalom.
I got done with the other stream early, so I figured I'd just pop in, see what's up. I know I didn't send any articles, but I figured I'd just come hanging out.
Oh, you're fine. We got a lot of shit. Did you see Black Panther: Wakanda Forever?
I've heard enough about it. I have not seen it.
God damn it! I wish I could get your input on it.
Oh, I know enough. Oh, believe me, I know enough.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, let loose.
Go ahead. What's just your thoughts from what you? Yeah, just your thoughts, Lawrence.
Let it burn.
God damn.
Woo! Let it burn. Where do I start? Do I start with? Well, first of all, did we do spoiler alerts?
We did a little spoilers, but I mean the movies came out since the 11th, so everyone's probably knows what happened.
Okay. I would not waste my money on seeing nothing like that.
Damn.
I would not. It's garbage. And I don't know where you want me to start. Do you want me to start with the disrespect that they claim that they were doing this to honor Chadwick Boseman?
Yeah, go ahead.
That was not honoring him. Do we start with the fact of them portraying men as useless? Do we start with the fact that it ends by them showing yet again a black man not present in a young black man's life that's his son? I mean, where do you want to go? I mean, seriously, where do you want to go? Because it's a hot mess.
Yeah.
Do we go to the fact that a 110-pound chick soaking wet, even in armor, can beat up a dude who's 200 and something pounds? Where do we go?
Right. Start anywhere you like.
Where do we go? I mean, I think I've said everything I needed to say. Because anything after this is going to be brutal. I'm going to get nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's offensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's offensive. Because how they portray us as a black people in that movie is offensive.
Well, okay, so my
comment. Yo, hold on, wait. I know how to figure this out. Let me sum it up. Let me sum it up. No, hold on. Let me sum it up. I'm gonna sum it up in one sentence. Wakanda Forever is only Woman King Part 2.
I heard.
And you know what though? I saw a woman.
Yeah, they did push that super matriarchal African.
I saw Woman King.
It's crazy because they viewed. Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I saw Woman King. It was actually better than.
That's embarrassing.
God damn, that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
can I take my 7 back?
Okay, so the Woman King comment. I've heard that before. So what do you say? Because remember, most Marvel films are this dominant white male heroes, right? Captain Marvel was the same issue where dudes were looking really dusty and lame, and Captain Marvel Would you say though that the excuse for that one is, well, there's so many other films with white dominant males, Marvel movies, that one feminist movie like Captain Marvel doesn't matter compared to what we have with black movies in Marvel? All you got is Black Panther. Like that's all you got. Maybe you got Wonder Woman. Wonder Man is considered a white person in comics, so I don't know if that counts. Maybe Blade would count. Is that why there's so much critique with this film? Probably because we don't have a lot of like options when it comes to black Marvel movies.
Well, black people made this movie, so if you're, against majority of like matriarchal black men, like a matriarchal black man made this movie, so
yeah.
I mean, if you're against that type of ideology, then you're not
Was he American though?
Yeah, like Ryan
Coogler's American as shit.
He's from
okay.
Oakland. He's from Oakland.
Now this is depicting more of an African cultural story, right? But okay, the way I look at it is that they're basically saying a matriarchal kingdom is better than a patriarchal kingdom, right? But is this between
Namor's kingdom and and Wakanda?
Yeah.
I think Indigenous asking, can you guys speak about the difference between Wakanda and Namor's kingdom in terms of how they were presented versus matriarchal versus patriarchy?
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it does seem like that, but I hate to say it, but Namor's kingdom seemed more. It was more cut off, right, and it was more sacred to them. But the king had the say so in everything. Mm-hmm. And in Baku even made a sense that they don't even revere him as more like a god, a king, but a god. He was like, you kill somebody's god, they're not gonna stop. Like,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The level of anger and hatred at this movie from Latinos is off the charts.
True.
And they should be.
Latinos
they are. I'll tell you, my people, they are just as tight as we are. They are tight. They are tight.
I don't.
But I wonder how that.
Hold on, man. Lawrence, I don't know about that. It might be like, because majority of black people like this movie, and I think majority of Latinos actually do like this movie. I think it might be a small sect, just like it's a small.
I think, and I have to respectfully disagree with you and tell you that's a bunch of malarkey, because any movie that black people like does not have a falling off of anywhere from 68 to 78.9% drop in a second weekend.
So what were the comments?
They liked it because black women won. like that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I want to say white,
because
the African women.
No, I was just saying that because you're saying because what'd you say? You said it was a 69% drop off in what now? Like from the opening weekend.
The second weekend was a 68% drop minimum, and I've seen some people report as high as 78.9.
So I don't know, man. I'm seeing a lot of Latino people. A lot of Latino people, they're doing that little hand thing that they did in Namor's.
Hey, that hand thing was kind of cool though.
Yeah, they're all doing. Yeah, they're all on social media doing that little hand Kamehameha wave and stuff.
It did look
like
it. Yeah, I don't know if they're like totally against it like that.
Well, how about this? We'll know for sure come Monday when the numbers come in for the weekend box office. How's that?
No, the numbers right now are right here.
Like you're looking at it. You're looking at it from like analytic, bro. Trust me, like I've already been arguing with people, bro. But the average normie is not thinking of it like that. They like, oh man, we got a movie. Like they don't look at
it. But at the same time, we can't ignore two things. One, we're not average. Two, the average normie is an idiot.
Yeah, but the majority are normies, though. The majority who are watching.
That's what I'm saying. The majority,
they're casual fans.
Yeah. Okay.
And they only and the only pushback I saw from like the Latino community, just blatant pushback, was like, they were saying like, oh, why couldn't they get a white Latino. It should be, you know, the
White
best
Latino.
actor. It shouldn't just be
White
because he's.
Latino. What?
They wanted they wanted a white a lighter. They said it shouldn't have been about the color because you know they wanted a indigenous looking person because for the story of Namor, like that Mayan.
I would have thought they would have. Well, okay, I know in the comic books he does mostly look Caucasian, but
his dad's like Italian, like Portuguese.
Okay.
Right. Like I like he was more like indigenous are way more brown than that. Like our kind of
that's why they wanted Namor. They wanted a brown
Yeah.
Latino. That's why they wanted the actor for that. And they were that's the only pushback I saw. But other than that, I didn't really see.
Well, this is one thing I wanted to ask even Soul Provider. Give you were born, of course, in the States and whatnot.
Yeah,
but you have ancestry because some of your family are from Africa, right?
Yeah, they're all Nigerian. Yeah, we're Nigerian. Yeah.
Now, Nigerians, okay, with the different tribes, right, exists of course in Africa, but predominantly more patriarchal than matriarchal.
I mean, compared to U.S., yeah, but there's still some feminism bullshit in Africa. I mean, happening all over.
Oh, okay. But would you say it's more in the minority or the majority?
Probably minority. This from what I've heard.
Probably minority.
Yeah.
Okay, because I get the sense of the many male and female feminists would say we are haters. We should supposed to give this a 10. But this is from a USA state. Yeah.
No. Where you got places like Soul's talking about with Nigeria, you have feminism creeping in like over the last 20 years, but it's still very minor. I think the biggest thing that's going on in Nigeria as far as feminism is concerned is not so much the nuances of the ideology, so much as the what's that stuff, Soul, that lightens your skin. They've been doing that.
Bleach creams, yeah.
Yeah. They've been that's predominantly what they've been doing more than anything else.
Yeah, definitely.
So
definitely. So I want to move on, but I want to ask one more questions because this is a good topic. So I keep hearing, they should have. I keep hearing people say they should recast. They should have recast, right? Can you give me an example where a recast happened in the same situation that Chadwick was in Black Panther in the MCU? Like, can you give me an example of like a different movie series or something like that?
Batman, James Bond, yada yada yada.
Batman what?
No, it's not. No. Soul was right though. Soul, you do got a good point. Like Batman, like Christian Bale didn't die.
No, he did not.
Right. So they didn't need a recast. This actually is kind of like the first time this is like happened. I will, because somebody was talking to about that the other day. Like this is the first time like in the same universe, the main character died.
Right.
Because of the actor.
That was my point.
Because of the actor.
Compared to,
remember in Dark Knight when Heath Ledger died, they just got Tom Hardy to play.
Yeah, they got a whole different villain. Yeah.
So here's my question. My question. Do we really need to recast, or do we need to do something as simple as bring back? And I could think of at least two ways in the original movie they could have brought back Michael B. Jordan to be the new Black Panther.
Well, yeah,
they could have done. They could have done that easily.
Yeah, the multiverse.
They could have done that easily. But not even with the multiverse. I could see two scenes in the movie where they could have like brought the character back in some way. Just same way they brought T'Challa back at death in the same movie. I mean, it's not like it ain't possible.
Oh, okay. Okay. Big Game has an example. Big Game was using he's saying War Machine got recasted with the Don Cheadle. That's true.
That's correct.
No, that's different. No, hold on. No. But he didn't die. Terrence Howard just didn't want to.
That's true.
Terrence
he didn't
Howard
die. Right.
He didn't see the vision. Terrence Howard just didn't see the vision.
Yeah, he took the L. He took the L and jump ship and shit. That's true.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's not the same example. Yeah.
But back to what I was saying about Jordan. That would have been excellent.
I agree.
That would have been excellent. Because he would have been the perfect type of Black Panther to go up against Namor. There's no question.
I agree.
There's no question to that because he had that mentality as a mercenary. If they had just played the story right and brought back, and then you could have had his character redeemed by realizing that his cousin T'Challa died, and the last thing they had conversations with each other before he died the first time, he wants to make it up. He wants to do right by the memory of his cousin after everything they've been through. And like I said, the character's personality, mentality, and training would have been perfect to go up against somebody like Namor. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I agree. That would have been a perfect alley-oop for Michael B. Jordan to go right back into the MCU. I mean, I think. But you know what I think? I think instead of re-scrapping the film and trying to make something come out just to continue the timeline, I think when Chadwick, R.I.P. happened, I think Ryan Coogler just should have said, "Fuck it, let me just cancel Wakanda, the whole Wakanda project altogether, rework that shit, and then maybe put that back in Phase 6." But I know Disney and Kevin Feige were probably against that shit. That's why they force fed it.
They had to come out with something.
Yeah, they had to. They had no choice, probably.
So that is a good point, though. So you're right on that. This is like the first time the main character died, like the actual actor died, like in mid trilogy or sequel.
I take that back. No, there was one.
Okay, bring it up. What you got?
The Crow series movies.
Crow?
The Crow.
From
Brandon Lee.
90s?
Yes, he died in the middle of the first movie. He never finished it.
Okay.
Yeah, he died on the first. Yeah.
I don't know, because the Crow is a little tricky for me, because in the comics the abilities of the Crow jumps from person to person. It's never the same. It's like James Bond and all that stuff I was saying. It can always be somebody different without affecting anything.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying too. It is a fair analogy, but it's a little tricky depending on what perspective you want to look at.
But watch this. Let's be honest. Don't nobody know that shit about the Crow or Black Panther.
Look how far you have to go back.
Wait, hold on. Well, damn, little brother, why you got pee on me, man?
Oh God.
I'm not peeing. I'm peeing on everybody that don't know.
God damn.
What kind of shields up is pee?
But that's not a good. But that's not an example because they didn't.
How come it's not?
You know what I'm saying? They didn't finish the Crow, so that actually...
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
they came up with. They finished the
but
first one. And they did two more.
And then they did two more.
Yes,
they did. Yeah, they sure did. That's true. That is true.
He died during the shooting of the first movie. They finished the first movie and they did two more movies. Yes.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go ahead and move along then. Go ahead, Eisen, with Kevin Conroy.
Yeah. Of course, everybody that's been a part of news knows that Kevin Conroy died at the age of 66. Most famously known for being Bruce Wayne. He's had the role in Batman the Animated Series. And hey, look, that is Batman. He's been Batman for 30 years. 30 plus years.
I was just about to say the same way Adam West is my Batman, Kevin Conroy is my kid's Batman. That's the only person they know.
And he actually even though even though it's gone, he was actually granted which it should have done, which should have been happening. They let him play Bruce Wayne on Crisis on Infinite Earths for the terrible CW. But what I have here is an article, an artist, Bill, I ain't even gonna try and say the dude name, the last name. It's probably some
Second? No, Bill Second?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about Bill Sekovich.
Yeah. And but basically he drew an image and put it on Twitter of Kevin Conroy with the kind of the cowl silhouette and merged in with his face, and but I thought it was a pretty cool image that he drew here, and I just summed it up perfectly. That was a good way to send off Batman.
Yo, man, when I heard about this news, dude, I was like, what? I kept cussing out my phone. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I got the same vibe when MF Doom died last year. I was like, dude, no, like, those suck, bro. And those heroes that from childhood, man. I mean, he did voice acting for the cartoons, the video games, the animated movies, did a lot of shit, man.
They got one hell of a portfolio, man.
Yeah, great voice actor. That sucks, man. That was a fucked up day. And then apparently the Green Ranger Jason David committed he deleted himself today.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
going through a
dang.
divorce.
Yeah,
He's going through a divorce. I just got finished talking about this over another thing, and I tell you, here's the thing. You know, Conroy was 66, and I think he died from cancer. And you know, we got JDF now today, and you know, not trying to be funny, but we have to start keeping things in perspective. You're talking most of us 30 years, some of us 40 and 50 years. These people are getting up there in age just like we are. It's a wonder Michael Keaton's still here. I mean, we almost lost Val Kilmer to his illness. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we need to start getting ready because, like I said, everybody's up there now. I mean, any day.
Hey.
And I'm not trying to be funny when I say that either. I'm just making a point.
Oh no, that's the
we almost lost Val Kilmer. It wasn't tuberculosis, was it?
It was something with his throat. I can't remember if it was cancer or what.
Like,
but
he lost his voice and shit.
He lost his voice and the whole 9 yards. Yeah,
he had a whole documentary on Amazon.
Wow, I didn't know that. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's losing a lot of our heroes.
Like I said, Michael Keaton's up there too.
Yeah.
I try to be funny. So like I
Val
said,
Kilmer, that'll always be Doc Holliday to me.
Okay. You know, yeah, I'm with you.
I remember Kilmer from what was it, Heat? I think that was the movie. And Batman.
Yeah, it was Heat.
Batman Forever. Batman Forever.
Mm-hmm.
That was classic with Jim Carrey.
But like I said, you know, they're all up there now, man, and you know, we got to start looking at the idea of them. I mean, Michael Keaton's 71 for crying out loud.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
He looks younger.
He
looks younger.
It doesn't surprise me.
He looks younger.
Yeah, he turned 71 in September.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, like I said, they all getting up there, man. You know, I mean, Johnny Depp is like 68. You know, I mean, these ain't young boys no more. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we grew up with them, so they had to grow up too. So, you know, it hurts my heart, but realistically speaking, it's about that time. I mean, it really is. Oh,
yeah, that's true. Anyone have anything else on this? Kevin Conroy, anything? Mega, Lou.
I just want to say one more thing, just, and it's about Kevin Conroy. And I just want to say this: I'm seriously gonna miss him, and I mean that. I'm seriously gonna miss him, and that's all I have to say on him.
For real.
I just want to say, just a definitely, you know, for the mourning and loss of someone that we were all grown up probably with, through many of, you know, just cartoons and media and stuff, but for most part his family, you know, so may you know, they kind of grieve and take this time to reflect upon that person, and you know, even though someone might pass, of course, and that the memory is still there. So yeah.
And then just going back to go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I know how everybody's feeling, man. That's how I was when we lost Adam West. That was my Batman. That was my first Batman. I know exactly how everybody's feeling.
Yeah, man. If you're a '90s dude, you know, you definitely know who Kevin Conroy is. And then also to Tommy, the Green Ranger, Jason, dude. Like, if Green Ranger, bro, when that shit was on TV,
yeah, I know.
When he was a fucking villain, like, dude. When he was a villain, he was a villain. He was a villain at first. Dude, like, his fucking his noises, like, his noises when he used to fight and shit. She used to be funny as fuck.
Oh yeah. Nobody will ever.
He was the only one.
I mean, he went.
Hey, I'm sorry if you were a nerd. And you probably did karate in the garage or in the backyard.
Yeah,
and you let out one of those.
That shit was so funny, man. Tom used to do that shit all the time.
I mean, from Green Ranger to White Ranger.
Oh
and
man,
coming back years later to be Black Ranger, and
when he was
like
White
I said,
Ranger.
I mean, I mean, you guys were young. I was like late 20s when they came out and all that good stuff, and I was watching them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a cool show, man.
Man, that was,
You know, I'll
that
never
was kid days for me.
I shared just like a memory once when I was just sitting there and my mom was like, "I'm gonna watch it with you," and you know, like kind of bond thing. And it was funny because she had seen a Power Rangers episode before, so she was like, "Okay, why not?" So it tripped me out because at the same time we're watching it, it was one of the episodes where I think he was being introduced as a bad guy.
Yeah.
And they got into the Zords, and it just blew our freaking mind because I was like, well, they in the Zords, ain't no way. And then the Green Ranger just pops up and just started beating the shit out of everybody out of the Zords.
Yeah.
And like, I remember that moment, me and her was like, wait, he can't do that? How can he do that?
Yeah, dude was just badass. And then like my moment for me was like when he first became like the white Ninja Ranger from the movie, the Pokemon. From the Power Ranger movie, dude, with the ooze and shit, bro. That was so classic, man. Nostalgic, bro. Anyone else have anything on Tommy before we move on? Lou or Eisen? Anything?
Yeah, I just hope. I was really kind of hoping it wasn't self-deletion. You know,
I was hoping too.
I was hoping
and
too.
The fact that you know it looks like it stems from his wife recently filing divorce, and
not a good look for marriage.
The difficulty I'm having with it is because you know we've watched this man 30-40 years now.
90s. Yeah.
And he's always been positive.
Dude even went in the UFC. Like he had a UFC match.
He's undefeated as a matter of fact. But he did amateur too, where he's undefeated in that as well. 2 knockouts and 2 submissions. But the thing about it is he was always a positive dude. No matter what I saw about him, he was always pushing the fact of being better, getting yourself into martial arts, getting disciplined. You know what I'm saying? He even spoke a couple of times on mental health, you know what I'm saying? And making sure you're legit. So, you know, to go out with self-deletion is kind of hard to swallow. Because like I said, it just didn't seem his nature. But then again, the public persona versus the private persona is always going to be different. So
yeah, man, it's like, and I've known people that take their lives and stuff, and some people just don't, like, they say they're there but they're not there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it be the closest people to you that kind of just like, oh well, they didn't say anything or I didn't see signs, but it just be like, okay, yeah, trying times come around, you know, that
somebody said it
to me. It's like
somebody said his stepdaughter did the same thing.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not sure if the stepbrother had the same situation between the divorce, but he did lose. No. He did take his life.
It's a stepdaughter.
To be honest, I had watched.
Sorry.
I had watched a Power Rangers documentary like I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. Man, they said that dude was an asshole. They said he was bullying niggas on the set.
He was. He absolutely was. Oh, no doubt. No doubt, he was absolutely.
Wait, was that the Red Ranger or the Green Ranger?
Yeah, the one who killed himself. They say.
The Green Ranger.
Yeah, he was. No, he
was the red, the white, and the green. He was the red and turbo.
He was black as well.
Yeah, black and Dino Thunder.
Well.
Thunder.
Yeah, Dino Thunder.
You're right.
But no doubt, Lou, you are right. He was, and he, as a matter of fact, over the years, he apologized for that because he said he just didn't know better. He did it. He acknowledged that himself. No doubt, he was an ass.
Yeah, he did. He did come out and say like the way he was acting, and I guess when you're an actor and it's going to your head. You know, and you're young. There might be that.
Yeah, the blue. Yeah, Billy. The blue Power Ranger. You know, he was. His orientation was different, and he said he talked about that. And he was
I remember that. Sure enough.
Damn.
He said the biggest problem he had was with him. Yep. I remember that.
Wait, did the Blue Ranger? Did he delete himself too? Or
No,
is he
no,
still
no.
alive?
No, he's still
No,
alive.
no, he's still around.
I think,
No,
I
he's still
think
around.
that Yellow Ranger died, right? The original Yellow Ranger, right?
Yeah, she died in the car.
Yeah, she died in the car. Yeah,
She
training.
was
Yeah,
in a car accident.
car accident.
Yeah, and
she
then
died
one
in
of
the
them,
car accident.
then one of them other Red Rangers did something crazy. One of them other ones.
It's the first
yeah.
the first Red Ranger, yeah.
What was the insider training?
No, it wasn't the
or
first
something?
one. It was the other one that he took out somebody.
Was it Zach or something?
Oh, you talking about him? Okay.
No, the red one.
Wait, hold on. Let's see if I got this. The Yellow Ranger was the Asian girl. She died in a car accident. One of the Red Rangers killed somebody.
And this
the original,
he
killed a family. He killed like a couple.
Yeah. The original Red Ranger is now up on charges right now for embezzlement or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
And then you have
who was that, Lawrence?
And then you have
who was
the original Red Ranger.
Jason.
The original Red Ranger.
You're right. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
then,
the original Red.
Yeah. And then you got JDF with self deletion. So that's the whole crew right there. Well, not the whole crew.
Okay, we're gonna go out on a positive note and say the Black Ranger that's black is still doing all right.
No, he was on Zoom. Hey, the Black Ranger was on Zoom to Thailand on before. He was.
Yeah, indigenous. That's what I remember. That's what I remember. The second Red Ranger killed his roommate, and it was with a samurai sword, if I remember correctly. And it was in California.
Wait,
it was in California.
Did this dude
That's
kill?
what I remember.
Did he kill the roommate while in cosplay or like in normal clothes? Or?
Did he have?
No. Wait. If I remember the story correctly, when his roommate got into a fight, he literally chased his roommate out of the place with a sword. He caught up to the roommate and he stabbed him with the sword. That's how I remember the story.
Yo,
damn. When choreography goes too far. But
it's too much.
Let's just hope he didn't have the helmet on when he did it.
They said Goldar.
The last thing you seen was a Power
Goldar
Ranger.
died last week, and Spirit says Repulsa died too. Man.
Well, no, they did, but I was just focusing on the Rangers.
Yeah. It's just a lot of death. Yeah. But let's move on from that. Go
Shit
ahead, Eisen, with the Bleach article. Go ahead.
It's pretty metal.
Sure. All right, so we got this article here. As you know, we have Bleach going on, the 1,000-Year Blood War. If any have seen the last episode Monday, you kind of know what's been going on.
Yeah, go ahead.
And apparently here, there's more to come. Which, of course, if you read the manga, you know that there's more to come. So it's supposed to get even more bloodier confrontation. This article has images here. For Ichigo, and also the Blood War itself is just gonna heat up. It's got the, this arc right here has been, it's been ball to the walls with with crazy action and good story so far. But there's also gonna be more going on to make this more intense and crazy. But the other thing too that the article touches on is that we're not sure if there's gonna be anything added to it or adapted, for the anime. And everybody's kind of curious. Also, if this is just gonna be the end, or if there's gonna be, because there were more manga books was it Can't Fear Your Own World, where you have even more going on. So everybody's kind of amped to know what's going to happen after the 1,000-Year Blood War arc too. So
yeah, actually, I have another article that supports what you just covered. So let's talk about Yamato's Bankai, bro. Yo, man.
Yamamato.
Yo, that episode. That was last episode, dude. Bruh. I was like, this guy has a Bankai that has a full region? Like, niggas have to use GPS on his Bankai? This got West Coast, East Coast, South. Like, yo, that animation was just crazy last episode, bro. Like, yo. I didn't know that shit was that deep. That shit was crazy. In fact,
made you take out your cell phone, didn't
in fact, he took out his Bankai and dudes just started fucking like took all the moisture out of fucking Soul Society and shit. Like yo, this dude can resurrect people that he killed. I was like, we on some Walking Dead shit. Like what? I was fanboying that whole time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was fanboying that whole time.
Just imagine being summoned and you're like, wait, I was dead. What the hell am I doing here? No, get your ass out there and fight. Like, all right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play the clip.
I guess.
Everyone needs to watch. I think Bleach. Honestly, I think it's probably best anime of the season, bro. I think it is.
So wait, he summons every person that he's defeated, basically.
Yeah, they come out of the ground like skeletons and shit, and they attack the enemy. You know.
That's
yo,
amazing,
like when he did that shit, I swear it looked like it was fucking Berserk from the Eclipse, just like the way it looked like.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you gotta watch it. That was a great episode.
I have to check that out.
Great, and then going to what you were saying about what's the future after the anime. Did you hear about the original Goatee 13 manga coming out? A rumor, Eisen? Did you hear about that?
No, I haven't heard about that one. I've been hearing about they were speculating about events after the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. So that's a new one.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, man, Bleach has been really awesome, dude. I swear, that's all I gotta say. I'm just fanboying. Anyone else have anything on Bleach right now? Anyone else? Lawrence, anything? Just in case.
No. I'm good.
Okay, cool. Lou, anything? I don't know if you've watching Bleach.
No, I haven't been watching it.
Okay, cool. We're gonna move right along. All right, so we're going back to Marvel stuff. We're going back. So this is the article I was talking about that's ranking the worst and best of Phase 4. I want to see what you guys think in the chat, and also my Otaku Jump crew. What do y'all think? I think it's gonna be pretty funny because they put She-Hulk in a certain place, which I just don't agree with. So first off, with least, they're going with What If. Actually, I think I liked What If. I didn't have a problem with What If. Was it that bad? I thought it was okay. I mean, I don't think it being the worst show. I think I put She-Hulk as number 16. That's just me.
I tried to watch like one episode of What If. I couldn't get through it.
Damn. Is it because it's animated or what?
Just kidding. No, I like What If.
Okay, moving right along. Number 15, Eternals.
That's pretty good.
I'm not too shocked that Eternals would be this low. Like I said, it has some cool moments, but it is like pretty fucking low down there. Like, and actually, I would say Wakanda Forever is better than Eternals. That's just me, though. That's not saying much, though.
Yeah,
but it's.
I would go with that.
All right, moving right along. Number 14, Falcon Winter Soldier. I think it should be a bit higher. I think it was decent from what we got. I think it was actually fairly not that was so bad. I actually enjoyed it.
Well, showing the story how it got U.S. agent involved was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, I was talking about homie. He said this was the worst one to him. I was like, damn, I don't know, man.
It wasn't that bad. It was better than Miss Marvel.
It wasn't that bad to me. Yeah, it wasn't
I did like that it paid very homage to which was, the first Captain America was a black man. So, go Black Americans, go.
So number 13.
That was kind of cool.
Love and Thunder. Totally agree. It should be definitely low here. I think the movie just it ruined. Like Christian Bale had a fucking opportunity, man. Like that character, I even forgot the damn name of the character. What's the name of that character? Chris?
Gorm the God Killer.
Yeah, Gorm.
What's his name?
I think it was Gorm.
Gorm the God Killer.
Yeah, Gorm. Yeah, they did him dirty.
They kind of did him.
Ruined that shit.
Yeah.
I just gotta say.
They set up Gore to be like the guy that's like, you're gonna raise my kid / boogeyman /
yeah, Thor's
stepdaddy. Like he a stepdad now.
Where'd that come from?
I just gotta say, all of these you named, I have seen none of them.
Eisen, what'd you say? Sorry.
I was just saying that all of these that you named all so far, I ain't seen not a one of them. So.
God damn, Lou, what'd you say?
Oh, I was saying that Thor's stepdaddy. That was crazy. How did that happen?
Oh, damn. I don't know. And also, did y'all hear that the actor may take a break from acting. It looked like he has his medical health.
I did hear that. I heard he didn't like the direction way things was going. He's out.
People are saying
he might be out.
People are saying he's capping. Yeah, the Thor actor.
Do you think it's a medical issue though? Because
that's what he said.
He's been doing a new series where it's like he's been doing extreme shit. Like he might have got injured on it.
I don't know.
No, I heard it was more about basically a Marvel.
Everything is trash.
Man, you tired of what's going on there? That's what I heard. Now I don't know if it's true.
Said I'm a stepdad now.
All right, moving right along. So next up, number 12, Black Widow. I didn't like Black Widow. I didn't like what they did with Taskmaster. I just didn't like. I know why she got the movie, but I just don't think she needed a movie. That's just me.
You know what? I gotta agree because I was very disappointed with the way they did Taskmaster. Taskmaster is supposed to be like almost like a smart alecky like freaking character that trained. You know what I'm saying? Like he trains for money. Like I did not like how they did that character at all. Like the regular Taskmaster is more cunning, funny, and well, not funny. He's almost like wisecracking, like almost Spider-Man a bit.
Lou, what were you saying? Sorry.
No, so I got to see the rest of this list now.
Oh, we're at 12. Yeah, we're at 12. We got to keep going. Here we go. Moon Knight. I totally don't agree with this shit, dude. I think Moon Knight was higher.
Two. I would say.
I don't know about two, but I think at least in top 5. Yeah, this is IGN we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is IGN we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I totally like keep this in mind. We still haven't seen She-Hulk yet. Like what the fuck? So let's keep going. Number 10, Doctor Strange, and
that might be number 5.
Doctor Strange sequel. I don't know. 10, sure, whatever.
Iffy. Right. Yeah.
Here we go. Werewolf by Night was great. This was good. I really love Werewolf by Night.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Really good. Top 10. I don't mind it. Top 10. That's cool. Number 8, She-Hulk. Totally disagree with this shit. There's no way this should be top 10.
I don't think it should be top 10 at all.
It should be like fucking 16.
They gave Werewolf by Night 9?
Yeah, Werewolf by Night gets a 9. But it was really 10? Good. 10 was Doctor Strange.
Oh, man. This is...
Yeah,
even if I like certain episodes of She-Hulk, they did the Wrecking Crew so terrible. Like,
right.
Man, you know this list is gonna be trash, man. Come on, man. Y'all know this list is gonna be trash.
So that was
man, these people making people making these lists out.
God. Number 7 goes to Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I told y'all. I don't see how this would make top 10. I'll be honest, but that's what they're putting this as, right? Number 6, Miss Marvel. Once again, we're getting trolled. We're getting trolling with this.
We're getting trolled hard, man.
How does this get to top 6? Like, here we go. Like, they're saying,
must be top 5.
They're saying this is better than Moon Knight. How does that work? Better than Werewolf by Night? Yeah, fuck out of here. Okay. Number 5, Hawkeye.
Hey, now my homie said Hawkeye was actually pretty lit though. I was talking.
It's okay, but it's not number 5.
Hey, Lawrence was trying to get in there for a minute.
Lawrence, what did you say?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's just cool. I was just saying you asked the question of how is that possible, and I was just reiterating the mantra: the future is female.
Right. All right. So number 5, Hawkeye. Number 4 goes to Shang-Chi. Pretty good movie.
I would have gave Shang-Chi 2, but that's, I guess.
Sucked.
Shang-Chi was tight.
You didn't like Shang-Chi?
I like Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I think it was dope. Shit.
I was like at least minimum top 3.
Number 3, Loki.
I ain't saying
too high.
No.
This is too high.
I agree. Way too high for me. Number 2, WandaVision. Now, WandaVision was good. I don't know. I'd put at least top 5, but I'm okay with it being up here versus fucking She-Hulk. And number 1 was Spider-Man.
There's no competition.
Yeah, Spider-Man just killed it. Spider-Man killed it. Any other thoughts? I just wanted to show you all the list of Phase 4. I thought it was interesting where they put She-Hulk and all those other ones. I just don't agree with Miss Marvel being what number.
I probably only saw like maybe 4 of them. Maybe 5. Yeah, Spider-Man, getting it was obvious. that should happen. But I say that I mean, most of it was gutter trash, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Anyone else? I'm about to go into rapid fire right after that one. Anyone else have comments on the MCU Phase 4 movies? And
just please leave.
I said go for it.
Okay. All right, so we're going into rapid fire. Gonna be really quick on this. So DC Studios apparently has ambitious video game plans for a new superhero universe. So recently named DC Studios, partly helmed by Suicide Squad and Guardians, James Gunn reportedly has big aspirations for video games. DC has a lot of video games over the years, but sort of created a problem after having massive success. Rocksteady's Batman, love that series. Arkham series was such a major achievement for superhero games and really set the standard that every game is now living in its shadow. Games like Gotham Knights, oh my god, dude, Gotham Knights was terrible. Has since been released and can't shake the comparisons despite being pretty different games. There are a lot of lofty expectations for DC games now. The company has seemed a bit scared to come at them head on, since why we haven't gotten a proper Superman game in nearly 20 years.
It ain't been a proper Superman game. See, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. So,
you remember that Superman 64 where you was like flying around through rings? Y'all remember that?
Trash.
That's the last game they're talking about, right? That's it, right?
Bro, I don't even remember what the object of the game was. Like,
I think it was one more after that, because the boss you fought at the end was 3 tornadoes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that game was so trash.
Basically, what they're trying to do here, right? And this could be bad, right? But basically, they're trying to do like those movie tie-in games, which were majority terrible. So it seems like James Gunn wants to, of course, it's a cash grab, right? He wants to, because I don't think these games he's talking about are going to be like Rocksteady Batman Arkham quality. Like, they might have a couple tie-in games that might be fun, but there might be like one-offs, right? So that's what I'm seeing from this news, and I don't know if that doesn't sound like good news to me. I'd rather it be like focus games, not just because you're trying to do movie tie-ins and all that shit, because they're usually bad. What was the last good movie tie-in was like Wolverine Origins, where the movie sucked but the game was good. I don't know how that happened, but any quick thoughts on this one?
Yeah, but that Batman movies, I mean, those Arkham Knights and all that, those were good.
Yeah, that shit is over now that James Gunn is heading up DC. He's behind all this shit. Everything.
Did James Gunn do Thor, or did he do
he did Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
He did Guardians.
Yeah.
Guardians, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah. So his whole career, he doesn't have a good track record. The only thing he's done worth a damn is Guardians of the Galaxy 1. He's a flash in the pan. DC's gonna have nothing but mediocre movies with him. Mediocre Guardians of the Galaxy-esque movies, which is not DC. It's gonna be terrible.
I hope he doesn't try to. Yeah, well, there's a.
He's already done it with the Suicide Squad. You can hang it up.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right. Yeah, it's the Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy right there. I wasn't looking at this.
Indigenous says we need a Injustice 3. I totally agree. I think NetherRealm needs to go ahead and get that Injustice 3 up and running, man. That'd be great. Because if you keep in mind, this year we didn't really have a lot of good fighting games this year. Multiverse, DNF Duel, King of Fighters, stuff like that, but nothing like like next year, Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Injustice 3 would be a really nice game to have next to those two games next year. So I agree with that. Indigenous. So let's anything else before I move on this one? Rapid fire, being really quick with this one. Any other thoughts on DC? We got more DC stuff coming. Anything else? All right, moving on.
I'm sure I don't.
So I thought this one might be a main topic because I thought it was funny. So Ash Ketchum finally becomes a fucking Pokemon trainer.
Oh my goodness.
Pokemon master. Look at this guy. Yo, after 25 years, 10-year-old Ash Ketchum finally becomes the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. Ash's big moment took place in the latest episode of Pokemon Ultimate Journeys, the series, which premiered today in Japan. Ash's Pikachu defeats a Charizard belonging to Leon, who video game fans will remember as the champion of Pokemon Sword and Shield. So he's finally... And then remember, keep in mind, he left Pallet Town in episode 1, 1997.
Yeah, and then he never got out. He never got out the second round of the Pokemon tournament until
He said, "I'm gonna stay in the game."
They be listening to my streams. So I don't care nobody say, man. People say, "Oh man, your channel's small." No, people be listening, bro. I've been cooking ass.
They listen on the low.
About how I've been cooking ash about how he and Pokemon were conditioned millennials to be losers and fears at life.
Damn.
They made us appreciate. They wanted us to like Ash, and they want us to hate Gary Oak. When Gary Oak had all the skills, he had the bad chicks following him. He had a street team following him. He was clearing all the gyms. He was destroying everything. He caught more Pokemon in one season than Ash did in 10 years.
Yeah, dude. This took way too long, bro. I mean, that's a dub, but I don't know. It's kind of an L. I mean, from 1997, 25 years it took you to keep trying to be a master.
It's like he just got his high school diploma.
Yeah, I thought the shit was funny, man.
He took the Ryu route.
Oh, yeah.
Spooky Ketchum finally got the dream. He finally got them all. But anyway.
Right.
Finally got them all.
This was just way too funny not to mention.
He's still hanging with Brock the Bomb and Misty. Because he still owe them money. He still
Brock is the plug.
Why did he?
Ash still owe Brock and Misty money. He owed Misty money for her bike that he broke.
Oh yeah, the bike that he broke.
Remember he destroyed Brock's roof with that when he cheated, when he beat Onyx. Remember he
damn, I don't remember
that shit. The water sprinklers and all that. Yeah, he still owe money. So I want to know.
Yeah, I didn't get into Pokemon like this, so y'all can have it.
Hey man, well, Pokemon Violet and Scarlet just came out this last weekend. So hey man, I've been enjoying that shit.
He was still cool with the Squirtle squad though.
Oh yeah, right. And like I said, Pokemon, it's a big franchise, man. Don't underestimate Pokemon, bro. The cards, the merchandise, the toys, the games, the shows, they're making money, man.
Oh, it sales. Man, I just won't be spending my money for it.
That's cute. I mean, it's still.
Still
a loser.
Yeah, I just thought it was. I thought it was funny to mention them, but all right, moving right along. All right, so Remedy announces Control 2 for PS5, Xbox, and PC. Full sequel to the 2019 hit. I still never fucking played the game, but I still have it on PC, so I haven't played it. But it says they had confirmed that Control 2 is in development. Revealed in a blog, Remedy and 505 Games are co-developing and co-publishing the sequel, which was known as codename Heron and thought to be a spin-off rather than a second mainline sequel. We have signed agreement with 505 to co-publish Control 2, a sequel to Control. So this game got really good reviews back when the original game came out, and they're making a sequel. So it says it has a budget of $52 million, which is up from original game's $30 million budget. And like I said, the game, got 8 out of 10 review on IGN, whatever IGN. We don't care about your reviews, but it's good to see that a game that got praised back in 2019 is getting a sequel. I just wanted a quick shout out to Control, and you can play it on PC, consoles. Good game. Any comments on this one, or I'll move right along?
No comment.
I'm good.
No comment.
So this is interesting. So Streets of Rage, adaptation from John Wick creator, acquired by Lionsgate. So Lionsgate has acquired the motion picture rights for Sega game, opening the door for a film adaptation of the popular franchise Streets of Rage. Derek Kolstad, who has previously written John Wick and all of the sequels, will write and produce the adaptation. Streets of Rage centers around a group of ex-cops who weaponize their fists in deadly fashion to take on a dangerous crime syndicate. So, Streets of Rage. Once again, good games. I've heard good things from the games, but I'm not sure why we need a movie. Who asked for a movie? Probably no one, but you just want to fuck up with different franchises. I don't know. I'm indifferent. I don't
money grab.
I guess.
Wow.
I guess, but yeah, we're getting a movie. We're getting a movie of Streets of Rage, guys. So yay! I guess. Yay! I guess.
I don't know, because it was the most popular beat 'em up during the 80s. I mean, not 80s, 90s, right? Yeah. So I don't know.
It was during the 90s.
I think they're doing a side scroller though, like of John Wick would be interesting. Like
I think they already did
actually
that.
have him. Did they do a beat 'em up John Wick?
They did a side scroller or some shit.
They probably did an open board though, like you know how like people in like Mugen and shit.
Oh, Mugen, yeah.
So you know what I was thinking about the other day when I was watching like God of War stuff. I was like, and this right here just get in my mind. Isn't it so interesting how video games have better stories, and better cinematography than like actual movies do? It's almost like you know what I mean. It's almost like the video games are better movies and better, you know, forms of content in that regard than the actual movies, and so much so that movies have to like pretty much rip off video games and make them movies.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that.
Especially now with games like God of War, Last of Us, and stuff like that.
I think we're gonna see that more often now, especially if this Super Mario animated adaptation is really good.
Yeah, right. But next year.
Yeah. But okay, like I'll go back to it again. Streets of Rage had a pretty good story, but it's the trip that weapons were used in Streets of Rage. There was no really, like the very first one you could call for backup and they shot fucking missiles and shit, but they stayed away from handgun stuff. It was just mostly like your fists, you know.
Let me make sure, Lawrence. Anything on this one? I'll make sure you're.
I'm still alive. I just don't care.
Okay. Just checking. I'm just checking in, as they say. Anyone else on this Streets of Rage?
Check it in.
Check it in.
No, I'm good.
All right. So more James Gunn. James Gunn and Peter Safran form a 8-10-year plan for DC Films movie and more. Woohoo! So DC Studios co-CEOs James and Peter have begun to work on an 8 to 10-year plan for films, TV shows, animation. As reported by Hollywood Reporter, Gunn said during a company meeting that he and Safran have been working with some of the best thinkers in the industry, quote-unquote, to craft a decade-long plan for upcoming entertainment involving Batman, Superman, and other DC characters. The opportunity to make DC as great as it can be, as it should be, that is the reason why I'm doing this job, because I know that Peter and I can do that. So, an 8-10-year plan. Obviously, they're trying to compete with Marvel money-wise, ticket sales, stuff like that. 8-10-year plan sounds great. I need to see something on paper. I need to actually see what y'all do first. I'm not gonna get excited for that. DC, for the most part, animation-wise, we keep saying this. They do fine. Like the recent Green Lantern film was great. I liked it. I think it was pretty good. So animation-wise, keep doing what you're doing. You know, give some other characters some shine. No problem with that. TV shows, honestly, I would say cancel that fucking Gotham Knights show because that shit looks like it's gonna be trash. Maybe I already got canceled with all the CW stuff. I don't know. Titans, I like Titans, but I know some people don't. But what do y'all think? 8-10-year plan with DC Studios, TV shows, and more. What do you think?
I think that being it's James Gunn, it'll be 8 to 10 more years of trash. There you go.
Okay. Anyone else?
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm be honest with you. The man has no proven record to do this. Everything Eisen said before, and he said now, the man doesn't have any proven record. He just doesn't. And to make matters worse, why would you hire somebody who's tight with your competitor? I mean, him and Kevin Feige are tight as all get out. So now you got backdoor information on what DC's doing that he can have conversations. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, man. This is stupid. And not only that, but if I don't need DC be in the MCU. If I want the MCU, I'll go watch the MCU.
Right.
Because that's what he's gonna do. You can see it with Suicide Squad. You can see it with Peacemaker. That's the direction we're going here. Look, the bottom line is I don't know how, but these people have convinced everybody that they know what they're doing and that they're good, and they're not. They're just lucky. That's it. That's it. There's no reason this man should be leading DC. It just shouldn't be. As a matter of fact, he's just as bad as when they chose J.J. Abrams for Paramount. And then when they paid him another $500 million to come to DC. For what? Give me anything that they've done in these places that has amounted to success. Not profitability, success, because there's a difference.
Would y'all agree that with James Gunn, it's kind of like he got lucky with Guardians, and then because of that, well, now we're just gonna lean on him. That's what I'm seeing. Am I wrong on that, or what do y'all think?
Say that again.
Like, basically, they're trying to, like, the only praise that James Gunn's really getting is just from Guardians, right? That's pretty much it.
At first, Guardians of the Galaxy, yes.
Yeah, the first
one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. Mega, anything?
I mean, not to be rude, but I mean, I'll take the challenge. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Somebody give me something else. Because all I got is Guardians with him.
Right. That's all we got. Really. Suicide Squad, even the new one, was just mediocre.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I like I said, if I'm wrong, I'll take the hit. But if I'm wrong, give it to me. Let me know what it is, because all I got is Guardians.
That's all we got. All right.
I say they're just gonna do their thing,
All right. Last but not least, last thing on the docket for tonight's episode, more video game adaptations. So, Gear of War's movie announced on Netflix alongside adult animated series. So Netflix is partnering with the coalition to develop a Gears of War movie alongside an adult animated series. So they tweeted this on their official Twitter account. Gears of War was released 16 years ago today. To mark the occasion, Netflix has partnered with the coalition to adapt a live-action feature film, followed by an adult animated series. And then Dave Bautista on his social media, kind of posted like a video of him in a Gears of War cosplay. I guess he's interested in being in the movie. I mean, like he's some great actor, whatever. He wants to be in the Gears of War movie, whatever. We didn't forget Dave Bautista, what you did. What was that zombie movie he did on Netflix? I forgot the name, but I think we did a watch party of that. But I don't care about Gears of War. I enjoyed it back in the days when it first came out on the 360, I think. Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 were fun, but after that, before, I guess that was the multiplayer boom, I would say, where we had Halo and all that shit was just fun. But nowadays, I could care less about Gears especially after Gears 2. But I don't know. Sure, if you're gonna make a movie, fine, whatever. I don't know who's asking for it, but whatever. What do y'all think on this one, man?
I know, right? No, again, nobody cares, man.
Exactly.
Dave Bautista is just like everybody else from the MCU, man. They're trash people. They pander. They try to do all this. Man, nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. And not only that, but why would we get excited when it's been proven time and time again for like the last 8-9 years? You're gonna crap on it anyway.
All right. It's
guaranteed, man. I'm not taking a guess. I'm not a psychic. I'm going off what we've seen. They're gonna trash it anyway, so who cares?
What is Shitflix's success with their own movies?
Terrible. They don't do good. Netflix originals don't do good.
Yeah, Shitflix originals are terrible. And then they're gonna do some anime, and they want to do an animated series too. It's probably gonna be.
They said adult animated. I'm like, who's asking for this shit, dude? Like, do y'all think because y'all do this, it's gonna be like a Cyberpunk? No, it's not gonna be like that. Y'all got lucky with that shit.
I would have rather
it's like they got lucky with the
live action.
Live action.
Yeah, just like they got lucky with the Witcher animated.
Like I always wanted to see a Gears of War movie.
I'm tired, man. I'm
but it
tired.
seems like it's like they passed up the opportunity because Gears of War is kind of so done,
but,
right?
I mean,
like
what makes Gears so unique to be a movie though? I mean, it's cool as a video game back in the early 20s.
I think
2000s.
the only aspect I could think of.
All they have is it's a sci-fi thing with big, all they have is big ass guns with chainsaws. Like that's like the main thing that got his attention with the first.
Yeah, that did get our the chainsaw machine gun. Yeah.
Like I honestly can't even think of the story from what I played. Go ahead.
Don't matter. It just, like I said, it don't matter. It's like look, just like Eisen said a second ago, man. It's Witcher all over again.
Yeah.
I mean, realism is real cut because
based on the time, like
man,
the way.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something where I'm at right now. I'm ready to blow it all up. Yo, you have no. Look, let me tell you something. You have no idea how tired I am right now. Now I wasn't a big Superman movie fan, and like I said, I never made this a secret. Eisen like really convinced me to give Henry Cavill another shot, and I'm looking at this man and what he does, and he's good. He's really good, and I'm really tired of people giving him crappy stuff. From Superman to what they did with him at Witcher and the whole 9 yards. And the more I see him, and the more I realize Henry Cavill is not just some dude in Hollywood. Henry Cavill is us.
Yeah, he's a straight nerd, dude.
Yeah.
You feel I mean, he's us. The video games, the building computers, the whole that dude is us. That dude is us. And if they not listening to us, and we're buying it, and him being in it, then why would I care about Gears? Why would I care about Gears or anything else? Why would I?
Yeah.
You've told, like the saying goes, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
And for 8 years, they've told us to go F ourselves. For 8 years, for 8 years, they told us they're going to destroy our stuff whether we like it or not. So why would I care? Why? And then I said this on the last show with you guys when we were talking about comic books and how I said I don't even like giving you articles anymore because it's the same thing over and over again. Why?
Right. It would be different if maybe this was like something fans were really asking for, but I don't recall anyone asking for this. I don't recall it. I don't. So
yeah, Gears hadn't been Gears since Gears 3. So
yeah, shit. I mean, that's being nice about it. I was about to say going back to Gears 2. That's just being nice about it.
Did you see what Indigenous? Did you see what Indigenous said?
Yeah.
He said Starship Troopers was the Gears of War movie. He ain't wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah, true. I agree.
He's not wrong. So again,
it's nothing more than a cash grab. That's all it is.
Yeah, just let it rest. Let the series rest. I mean, you've had like what 5 games. That's enough.
Don't ruin it.
just let it be because Gears 4 and 5. I don't think anyone cared. So just let it rest in peace. Focus on something else. You know, just let it go. Fuck, we don't need a movie.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But you gotta admit, Batista's build definitely screams Gears.
That don't matter. You can do whatever.
Man, I don't care. All I'm saying is leave my man Henry alone. Give him some good quality stuff and step back and watch it happen. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. That's definitely a good route.
That's it. That's it. That's it right there, man. Just look, man. Just look. When the person who's into the property and knows it inside is out is actually working in the property, and you ignore him, man, y'all gonna ignore him.
Yeah,
I know you're not listening.
Terrible move. Y'all definitely ain't listening to us.
No, but I'm saying, if you ain't gonna listen to him, you ain't gonna listen to me.
Right. Right. All right. So that concludes our 25th episode of the Otaku Jump podcast. Shout out to the crew. Once again, next December 4th will be our last episode of the year, episode 26, man. So shout out to the crew, everyone, even the ones who are not here. Trunks, shout out to Trunks, and I wish we can get him back on by next episode. That'd be great. Shout out to Trunks. Lou was just here, so shout out to him. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Join the Discord server. Check for updates on the Discord and on the community tab. Like I said, for next month, December, we're going to have a lot of the end of the year polls, best anime of the year, movie, gaming, all that stuff. You can check it out on the community tab. First episode of next year will be episode 26. So we got one more episode left of this year, December 4th, 6 p.m. Central Time. So you don't want to forget that time. We'll be live again. Like I said, available on Spotify, Google Podcast, Stitcher, Anchor, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. You can check out those links in the description as well. And yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat, man. We had a lot to cover here, almost 3 hours, so it's had a lot to cover today. That's how it always is. So you definitely want to come up to episode 26 super early, 6 p.m. Central Time, because we got a lot to cover. As you can see, every episode we're covering massive amount of content. So shout out to everyone in the chat, man. Everyone, hopefully you have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys on December 4th on episode 26. Peace out.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, "You there, I sit in judgment of you"?
Riddle me this. But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Tyrannosaurus!
The SoulProvider. Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.